Mic check, mic check. Mic check 1, 2, yo. Yo, we back in here. You tapped into the fly frequency. If you're catching this on the replay, make sure you smash the like button. I would greatly appreciate it if you smash the like button. If you're catching this on a replay, you can also hit the hype button. You know, the hype button is available on videos, lives that have ended. You can hit the hype button on those. You can't hit the hype button while a live is in progress. So if you're catching it on a replay, make sure you give your boy video some hype points. And so if you're coming in on this live, make sure you smash the like button. We got the Cash App going across the bottom of the screen as well as the PayPal. Also, we got that QR code for the Cash App right there. If you take a picture of that or scan that with your phone's camera, it'll send you right to the Cash App if you want to donate that way or support that way. You know, it's greatly appreciated again. And so that's supposed to make it easier for those trying to get to the Cash App. And y'all already know what it's hitting for the Super Chat, y'all. Y'all already know what it's hitting for with the Super Chats. The Super Chats are working. In case you don't know, you can hit that Super Chat, support your boy if you want to. But we here to talk some boxing, y'all. We definitely here to talk some boxing. Hold on, y'all, for a second. Yeah, kids, man, kids. Yeah, we here to talk some boxing though. Yo, salute to anybody who coming in the building now. Make sure you smash the like button. Leon Gale, salute. Salute. Yeah, life has been life and I've been busy, but we back now. We back in the building. Here to talk some boxing. And there's a lot of stuff going on in boxing now, in the boxing space. We got a lot of new things going on. We got the Muhammad Ali Act, thing going on. Oh, hold on, y'all. Yeah, my bad, y'all. Yeah, my daughter brought me something. Yo, salute, Daz215. I see you in the building, bro. Salute to you, man. Yeah, I've been busy, man, but we back in the building now. Y'all smash the like button like my guy Daz215 said. Y'all said, think Maniac's going crazy today. Yes. Yeah, I imagine they would be. You know, I heard the news, I saw that Devin is over at Zuffa Boxing now, and he's about to make a fight with Hitchins. Hitchins. Now, I was saying that, that that's a option for Devin to go over to Zuffa and fight Hitchins or Conor Ben, either or, it seemed like he been having a problem with making a fight with these other guys, man. PBC want to offer no guarantee, and you got the Tankomaniacs running around acting like that's something that's supposed to happen, and just a bunch of hating going on, and a lot of craziness. A lot of craziness up there at 147, man. We thought Rolly and the PBC was coming correct, but apparently they wasn't. And so, hey, Devin got to move, man. He got to keep moving, keep it moving. He ain't trying to sit out too long without making a fight. So, hey, moves got to be made, man. And I thought that was a cool option. If he ain't fighting Ryan Garcia, he ain't fighting Rolly Romero, then, hey, man, Zuffa Boxing, I don't see nothing wrong with Zuffa Boxing as long as it's not an extended, as long as it's not a long contract or nothing like that. You know, I could see Devin going in and, you know, doing a fight or two in the Zuffa boxing league, you know, for sure. Yo, hold on, y'all. Yeah. My bad, y'all. My kids, man. Life don't stop for them. You know what I'm saying? When I'm doing this. But yeah, Devin Haney, you know, I think this is a good move, you know, especially if it's for some paper, some good paper. For sure, it's a good move. You know, I was wondering though when I saw that, I was wondering if he's going to be able to keep his belt, or are they? Because I saw that they will be fighting for a championship. Maybe I don't know if they're going to be fighting for a Zuffa championship, or is it going to be, you know, for Devin belt that he have now, the WBO belt, I believe. Yeah. So I don't know how the WBO going to act. You know, with it, is they going to make him drop the belt, or is he going to, you know, be able to still keep that belt and defend it, you know, against Richardson Hitchins. But hey, it's a good fight though, man. You know, Timu Hanos, Richardson Hitchins, you know, that's a good fight right there. You already know I got Hanos winning that. You know, I think Devin Haney gonna win that fight. You know, I think he's the better talent there. You know, I think he's the harder puncher as well. You know, more proven fighter. But Richardson Hitchins ain't no slouch either, though. So it makes it be a good fight. You know, it's a good fight. And, you know, so we gotta see. Let me see what y'all saying in the comments. Mind yours, salute, bro. Mac Majestic in the building. Salute to you. Cornelius Burnett in the building. Player. What up, yo? Blue Hustle Man. Let me see. Blue Hustle Man in the building. Salute. Yo, band up. We got band up in the building. What's up, y'all? Yeah, hey, my kids tap dancing over top of me right here. Yo, I gotta let me see if I could put the link in there. I don't got my other device. Oh, I'm about to have to yell at these kids. They up there tearing up. Hold on, y'all. Yo, 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 what's good, y'all?
What's going on, man?
Ain't nothing, man.
Man,
Same
this
old,
the
same old.
man, this the constant back and forth, man. As far as with the Haney situation, one minute y'all like he chasing for legacy, then that's cool. Then the next minute he chasing the money, and it's cool. Man, just pick a lane and go with it. That's just the whole thing. I
You can
like the
do
fight,
both.
and I like.
You can definitely do both though. What's the
Hey,
That's
problem?
but no
hold on,
no
Dre.
it hold on,
Let
partner.
me ask
No,
him
you can't,
something. Though.
partner. Hold on. No, no, that is not that is showing not to be true. You can't do both. It's showing you possibly could, but it's showing that you can't. But I don't care, what he do. I do think he'll beat Richardson. I do think it's a good fight. But the hypocrisy as far as going back and forth is what gets me.
The
Hold on,
PBC bitch ass niggas, man,
hold
buddy.
on, Dre. Let me ask him this. What hypocrisy?
The hypocrisy is the far as when a fighter go that's other than Haney, if they go for the money, then it's an issue because he didn't chase for the belts. But then when Haney chased for the money, then it's all yeah, that's what's supposed to go down. When it's I feel like it's your choice. Do what you gonna do. I
Oh,
don't care
okay.
who
So,
the fight. I don't care who the fighter is. It's your choice. If you want to
uh,
go for the belts, go for the belts. If you want to go for the money, go for the money.
all right. I understand what you're saying. So, what you think Devin doing right now?
I think he's going to the money. I think he switched it like I said, I don't have a problem with it. He switched it and went back to the money because we feel like he feel like Zuffa is about to give him a whole bunch of money and God dig it and I
Well,
commend him for taking it. Don't get it twisted.
but look though, we saw what happened with we saw Devin trying to fight Rolly Romero, right? What you think Rolly Romero was? What would you say that was a money fight, or would you think that was legacy?
I think I think that it's when from you guys, you and Hacker and the Hanos, it was legacy because it was all Rolly
I mean,
garbage.
not. I
But he
mean, we
got it.
can't make it.
But hold on, you
I
asked
mean,
you
we
asked me a
can't make it
question. You asked
legacy.
me a question.
I'm asking you, is it legacy or is it? Do you think? How do you see that? I'm not asking you what we say
Okay,
it is. I'm just asking.
I think it was a legacy fight because it was the money. I mean, I'm sorry, it was a legacy fight because of
Because
the
the belt
belts.
is on the line,
Yeah,
right?
right,
Yeah, so
correct.
we know what define legacy fights as opposed to money fights. A money fight is when you're fighting a huge fight or a big fight that you think is going to pull in some money and the belts don't really have to be involved, right? But we say legacy fights is when it's involving the belts. It's involving being a two division champion or two times champion or unify or something like that. So that's what we call legacy. So we would say that was a legacy fight. So we saw Devin was trying to get the legacy fight. So if he can't get any of these fights with for the belts, you think he shouldn't do anything else? You think he should just fall back and don't have a fight because
No,
these guys who
no,
got belts won't fight him?
no, that is not what I'm saying or what I'm suggesting. When you say he tried to get the fight, you got because we're not privy to what went on. You really can't say if he tried because try could be considered as take less money.
Bro.
So that no that's what trying is when you can say, hey, just like when another fighter take less money or whatever the case may be, like in the Earl and Crawford situation. Earl, took the less money because he really was chasing legacy and he did it at all costs. Even Boots with the Stanionis, because he missed the bus on the Norman fight because he wanted the Norman, but he didn't do what he took until it got to Stanionis. That's evidence of when you trying to do exactly what you trying to do to get the legacy fight.
You
But
know
it's
what
money that
I
came
think,
with
man.
that.
You know what I think, man. I think you ripping your shirt off, bro. Higgle your shirt right here for you, man. I think you doing it
My
silent.
shirt is in
Nah,
the
You
but hold
doing
house,
it
up, hold up,
man.
hold
calm.
up,
You doing
hold
it
up, man, hold
calmly.
up.
My
You
Why
shirt
doing
is
is
it.
in the house.
everything based?
Hold on. Let me say this. You doing it calmly, but it sound like it sound like you showing bias. You showing that Tinkamaniac bias. You see that Rolly Romero and the PBC that offer was what Devin said it was because you didn't hear Rolly Romero object, or the PBC come out and say that what he said is not true. They just basically just slander him and talk down on him for not accepting it, not taking it. They say, oh, he's not willing to bet on himself and he's not doing, but they don't say, oh, it wasn't no zero guarantee. They saying like he's supposed to take that. But you're telling me that your argument is we don't know if he tried because we don't know if that's what it is, what he said it was. But they're not. But the people who he's saying it about, they're confirming it too. They're saying that he's just not willing to bet on himself, and he's supposed to come with and pay his own guarantee. What fight that happened where the fighter pays his own guarantee, puts up his own guarantee, bro?
That's a
Like, come
good
on, bro.
question.
Y'all,
I
I feel like
agree with you.
I feel like y'all being unreasonable because
That's a good question.
this, man, y'all ripping y'all shirts off, bro.
Hey
Put your
man,
That's a
don't
shirt
que-
back
don't
that's a
on,
don't.
bro.
good
Hey, listen,
question.
man. Hey, listen.
That's a good
Let me say
question, yo.
this. It's not about. I don't think it's about. Uh, he paying for his own guarantee because I'll be the
But
first to
that's what
say
they
he
saying.
shouldn't.
That's what
Hold
Rolly
on, but
Romero
you
came
but
out
you
and said.
trying to equate me with that. No, I don't think he should pay for his own guarantee. However, at the same token,
You should be
everyone
agreeing with
hold on,
us then, bro.
hold on. Let me finish.
It's
Let me
really
finish.
down the middle. It's
Let
it's,
me
it's
let
really
me
that simple.
let me no because I'm unbiased. That's the whole thing. I'm unbiased and I know how to see it from both sides of the fence. That's the whole thing. But the whole thing of it is this: everyone knows, or if you part of boxing or whatever the case may be, PBC do not give no goddamn guarantees. What
No,
Adrian Broner?
what
Hold on,
fighter
hold on. They
PBC
don't
didn't
give a
give a
big
guarantee,
guarantee.
bro?
They don't give a
Yeah.
big guarantee.
Okay,
Okay,
you corrected it now.
okay. Now, so we don't even you don't even know what PBC was offering as far as a guarantee, if any. And we
They
do
said it
know
wasn't
for
no
what
guarantee. Come on,
okay,
OG. We know what that
I
was.
don't
Don't try
know.
to.
I don't listen. I don't. I have to be the first. I don't eat, sleep, and drink boxing all day long. I don't. So it may be platforms that you guys are on that I'm not on, and that you may hear
So
things,
you
and
ain't
then
see what Rolly Romero said, bro?
not the whole thing. I seen some. I seen, and I can't remember
Come
exactly.
on, OG. Come
I'm just
on,
tell.
OG.
Listen, man. Listen. What I'm gonna tell you is I'm gonna tell you the truth, partner. That's one thing I'm gonna
You should
tell
be
you.
on out. You should be arguing on out without argument, bro. Here, put this on, man. I know you like tank. We got the tank top Hanos
No,
clan shirt
no.
for you, bro. Just put that
I
joint on
already
right
bought the
there,
Tankamania shirt, man. I already,
huh?
I
Oh,
already
you
bought
all
the
right with the tank? All
Tankamania
right,
shirt, man.
all right. Put it back
But
on,
you
then, bro.
know,
You ripped your
hey,
shirt off when
listen.
you came up here, bro.
I don't.
Talking
Hey,
about
listen. One thing I don't do is I don't rip my shirt off, man. That's one thing I'm not gonna ever do
well, you
because
pulled it off, but here, put it back on.
no, man.
Whatever,
Listen, hey,
however
man.
you
Listen,
got it
dude.
off, it's off, bro.
Hey,
It's
man.
right here,
Stop with your
bro.
propaganda, man. You got propaganda going on, man. Stop that, man. Hey, man. Hey, man. Hey, man. Stop with
Come
the
on, bro.
propaganda, man.
I
But I
just want
mean,
to
I
know,
peep
man.
this,
Like,
Yeah,
and
bro.
I'm a
What's your
bet,
criticism? What's your criticism? Let me ask you. Let me ask you
and
that
I'm a.
because you came up here
I
sounding like
just
you
said
was
it.
like you
I
ripped your shirt off a little bit.
I just said it from the beginning, and the hypocrisy. Pick a side and roll. Is it
Where's
legacy?
the hypocrisy though?
I
I
just
don't
explained
understand the
it to you.
hypocrisy part. Like, that's
Okay,
Yeah, where's
like
okay.
that
y'all
at?
basing
Where's the
everything. Hold
hypocrisy?
on. But you basing everything. I'm tired. Why is everybody basing this man's whole career and how he moved off of this one no guaranteed ass negotiation that just happened? Like, we've been seeing this dude fight for money and legacy. We've been seeing him get money with all these fights that he's been having, and we've seen him take short money for undisputed at 135 twice. even
Well,
after
and
he
that's
won the
it.
shit. So what the hell is going? What was we talking about? You can most definitely get money and legacy together.
Well,
Because
and
if you ain't
that
got no legacy, you ain't got no money. Excuse, like what
well,
the fuck?
well, in that situation, if in that situation, when you talk about undisputed, I uh Hey, Bill Haney came on Fanon's show, and Fanon asked him about that guarantee and taking less money, and it was proven through Bill's own words that he really didn't take no less money. But and that's when he
Oh,
came
okay.
on,
Come
and that's
on,
when he
Well,
bro.
that
came on
proves
That's
our
not
Fanon.
true.
point. Well,
I'm
that proves
telling
our
you,
point.
that's when he came on Fanon's show, and Fanon was asking him about it.
Well, that
I
proves my
I
point.
I was. I'm just telling you.
Come on, OG. I was
I'm just
there that
telling
day, man. Come
Well,
you.
on,
then
Man,
that
man.
you know
proves. Well,
that's
then
what he.
that
Come
proves
on,
my
man.
point through
You
and
know he
through.
always putting you off.
That sound like that sound like money and legacy to me. That proved my whole point if what you saying is true about that
Okay,
Fanon
if
shit.
you feel
Yo,
like
when the
it proves
zone
your
So
first
it ain't
point,
no
came over,
hypocrisy.
Devin
I
was
don't
getting money,
understand.
bro. He was getting paid a lot when the
And
zone
Devin
first
is
came over.
already
They was
rich. And Devin's already a rich person. I don't know why everybody want to look past that, but these dudes is made out here, man. I don't know why everybody
I'm
want to look
not saying
past
that
that.
they're not. I'm
so
not
so
saying
you
that they're
got a
not.
you got a problem with Devin going to Zuffa, or
No,
you got
I
a
do
problem
not.
with him
No,
fighting Richardson
no,
Hitchens?
no, I do not. I do not have a problem with either.
You think we should be upset because he should be fighting for a belt?
No, what I'm saying is pick a lane.
You
No,
ain't
you
gotta
could
pick
do
no
both,
lane,
bro. You
bro.
can't try to
You
You
gonna
can
one hundred
box a
percent do
fighter in,
both.
bro.
you can pick a lane. Pick a lane
You can't
because
box
he's
a
not
fighter
going to.
in like that. Money May fought for belts, and he was he fought
And
champions,
got the
and he was
money.
getting money, bro. Come on, bro. You
When
can't try to
Mayweather,
box.
So
Ain't no
when
sin like that,
Mayweather,
bro.
I
when
swear when it comes to
Mayweather,
Devin Haney, they come up with these crazy ass logic. Like
when
this
Y'all
don't make
just want
no
him
Mayweather,
to just
sense.
fight for legacy, and that's it.
no, that's not what I'm. Don't put words in my mouth, partner.
So please
You
I
tell me
said
what
said
it
pick a
pick
is,
a
bro.
lane. You
lane.
said pick a
I said
lane.
pick a
That's what
lane
that is.
because
That's what
my
That's
point
Fly
saying
is
just
that's
said.
saying either you could fight for legacy or you could fight for money, or that's it.
That's what you
That's
just
when you
said.
said Mayweather, Mayweather didn't fight for no belts after he wasn't chasing no
he did.
belts.
He did. He did. He
Yes, he
fought the most
did,
champ.
man.
Yeah, he fought a
He
lot
Listen,
of
just
no,
didn't.
champions, bro.
you're
He
not
He
just
just
didn't
allowing
didn't
go
get
you're
undisputed.
undisputed.
not
He just didn't get
allowing me
undisputed.
you're
He just
not
never went for
allowing
undisputed, man. That's
you're
it.
not allowing me to finish my statement.
Okay,
He
go
didn't
ahead,
fight
OG. Go
he
ahead.
didn't fight McGregor for no belt.
Come on, that
And that was
McGregor wasn't no
listen,
boxer. That was after
but
his career was pretty
it was
much
chasing the
over.
money
OG,
though.
come on,
He
Career
was
OG.
was
chasing
Stop
the
it.
money,
over.
was
That
he
was like
not,
the end
bro?
of his career, man.
That's
But
the
he
end of
was
his damn
chasing
career. What the
he was
fuck?
chasing the money. At the end of his career, he was chasing the money. He tell
It don't
you
mean
that his
That
shit.
you talking about
he,
you brought up a fight that wasn't even a boxer,
he
bro.
said when he
McGregor was
left,
What
one of
the
them.
fuck?
he
Conor
said,
McGregor, come on, bro.
listen, when
That's like
this
Tank
my
fighting
point is
Jake
this.
Paul, bro.
Right. He was chasing
Right.
the money. What I'm saying though is this. This is what I'm saying. He'd tell you his last when he say when he left Bob Arum or whatever the hell, his last three fights was his biggest paydays.
So you saying
And they
after
were
he
not
So
and
you
they
saying
were
after
not for
he
no
got his
belts.
legacy?
They
So you
were
saying
not for
after
no
he got
belts.
his leg? So you saying after he got his legacy fights, then he was going after his money fights, and that's what he should
Yeah.
be
That's all
doing.
you're
Yeah.
saying.
Okay, so Devin
Yeah.
been undisputed. He's a two division
He's
champion.
fucking 26 years old, so
You
he
know what I'm
should
And
just
I
say,
saying?
fuck
And
it, I'm
so
agree
what?
fight
with
fighting
that.
Jake
He can't
Paul.
get no money fights
And
too.
That don't
I'm
make
not
no
saying that.
sense.
I'm not saying that.
That
That's
don't make
not what
sense,
I'm
bro.
saying. But when it came to Rolly, it was legacy. Now
Yeah, because he wanted
Monday,
the belts, but Rolly won't fight him. OG, and what other
he
fight? First, he tried to fight Lewis Crocker. Lewis Crocker wouldn't fight him. Eddie Hearn wasn't going to let that happen. You know, Ryan Garcia is ducking with the other belt, and then we got Rolly Romero ducking, bro. So what else can he do if the champion he can't get the legacy fights? So he got to stay busy. And if Zuffa
And hold
Boxing is about to
on.
give him a big bag, then you saying he can't get that because he need to be fighting people with belts? Put your
man,
shirt
And
back
stop
on,
and
putting
and
OG.
and and
stop putting
and and,
words in my
and hold
mouth,
on.
partner. I'm not
And another
saying that.
thing.
I'm
And
not
another
saying that
thing
at
though.
all.
And
I
another
said
thing.
pick a lane.
Y'all basing Y'all basing all this shit off of this stupid ass fucking network that they call PBC, who can't even keep a fucking channel on in the first fucking place. Nigga, they didn't been to 10 fucking channels and can't, and like, yeah, then you got boxers complaining and shit, and they can't really say nothing. Like, come on, bro. Who else is doing this non-guarantee shit? Is Top Rank doing this shit? Is DAZN doing this shit? Is
Here
Turkey
you
doing
go,
this
OG. You
shit?
got help coming now, OG. You got help coming now.
Everybody, I
Like,
don't need no help. You can't name
come
you.
on, man.
You can't. You keep saying come on and don't want to listen. Ain't no, you can't.
Hey,
You keep saying you keep singling out the PBC just like the zone ain't done switch different channels. Everybody is switching because they're running
Who's
out of
doing the
money and they come
non-guarantee?
on, man. Well, you keep
Who's
talking
doing the
about
non-guarantee, man? Who
man.
doing
You keep
that?
talking about non-guarantees, man. You must
That's
don't
what this shit
understand.
is about. That's what
It's
this shit is about. You
okay,
saying
man.
hey,
Listen, man.
Devin
Okay,
switching up
listen,
because
man.
he don't
I
wanna
said the
do the
look,
money
fans are
shit with
switching
the
up. I ain't
okay,
saying
PBC.
so
the fans are switching up. The Hano fans are switching up. That's
Hey,
what
Hey,
hey,
I'm
it's
hey,
saying.
money
Dre.
and
I
legacy
I
over
see
here,
y'all
man.
needed me back
It's
going live,
money
man,
and
because the
legacy,
hey,
bro.
Tankamaniacs is going crazy, man.
No,
It's
I'm not
money and
going
uh,
crazy.
legacy, and it's
I
that
don't.
They
what,
easy.
ripping their shirts
what,
off.
I'm not
what
And
up,
then
going
what up,
here's another
crazy.
everybody?
thing, though. Here's another
What up,
thing or
everybody on
two.
the panel?
Yeah, I
What
got one
up,
more
Everybody on
Dre?
the
thing.
panel.
I got one more thing. So if he's talking about fighting for money, then Devin Haney don't need to be fighting no goddamn fighters. He need to
Man,
just
why
go
you
ahead and
keep
fight
putting?
Jake Paul and Logan Paul. He don't need to go fight none of these damn fighters. How
Even
about
Hey,
two
hey,
that?
but
cent, even two
WWE.
cents said every fight can't be a fight for a belt. It don't work like that. That's what she said.
Right.
End
And
quote.
then on top of he need to go fight Aiden Ross or some shit. He need to go fight all the Paul brothers, and then he need to go fight what's that other dude name? It's another
Frequent, you
YouTuber out here that's
disagreed with
fighting.
me when I said that though.
He
Yeah,
needs to go fight
I did disagree
ISO
with you, but
Speed.
even you said that though, right?
Talk about
Man,
money.
you
Like,
Yeah,
just using it. That's what I'm saying. That's messed up, Flyer. You disagree with her, but then you use it as a talking point to prove your
You
point.
can't do that. Yeah, you can't
No,
do
exactly.
that.
no,
You
because
can't
the
do that.
context is the key though. I
No.
was
No,
telling her
no, you're not
Devin
keeping
about
it.
to fight
You're not.
somebody for a
You're
belt.
not
She
keeping
said
it same energy,
every
bro.
fight can't. She was telling me he can't fight somebody next at 147 for a belt, and I was saying yes, he
That's not what
can.
I said, Frequent. I didn't say he can't. I said the expectation to think that a fighter is going to fight for a belt every single fight is unrealistic. You don't fight champion after champion after champion. That's
Yeah,
just not
but
how
you
it
said that to me saying what though? Because I was saying that
Because
Devin
you,
need to fight one
I
of
was
those
saying
people with
that
a
if
belt.
he doesn't fight somebody with a belt, who is he gonna fight? And you kept saying it got to be somebody for a belt, and I said no, it doesn't.
exactly,
No,
exactly.
I was saying that to justify him because you were saying why would he go up
I'm not about to talk in
to
circles with you, Frequent.
154 to
Yeah,
fight Xander Zayas.
bro.
You know what I'm saying? I
Why do you
said
move the
because
goalpost to
Xander
prove your point,
Zayas
man?
got belts. That's why.
But you
You know,
move the goalpost to prove your point, though. That's what you do.
No, I don't move the goalposts. If
You
I'm saying he
do.
need to fight for
You
a
be
belt, that's what it
gaslighting.
is, bro. If he trying to fight for a belt, he need to try to fight for a belt. But if he can't do that, that don't mean
Wow.
he got to sit still and do nothing.
But
That's why
exactly.
we
So
were
but
whatever
saying
but
he does,
for,
so
for
before
whatever
this happened,
Nobody
Devin
we said
said
does.
he
that.
should fight
Okay,
some
so
Nobody
look,
flat-footed
look.
said that.
Mexicans or go on a
Blue.
Euro tour or
This
something.
is the
We
But
the
conclusion.
we the
The conclusion
Hanos,
is
but it's so much.
whatever Devin does is okay. So
That's
y'all need to
Yeah,
right.
stop
and
That's
that's
criticizing other
sad.
right.
fighters, and that's
when
fine.
That's
Devin
it right
Y'all
Devin
there.
shook
always pick.
Ryan hand, it wasn't okay. I didn't like that. When Devin
Nah,
wore
man.
those funny
You
looking
move
boots
the
when he was
goalposts.
fighting Ryan Garcia, that wasn't okay. I ain't
I'm
like
not
that.
talking about that frequent.
But
You
Flyer, you
you are
move the
such a
goalposts and
narcissist, bro.
gaslight just to be able to save face for your favorite fighter. You don't hold them accountable. You
Save
do
face.
not sit
That's
How
there
right.
and say,
okay,
That's
if
right.
bro,
how am I
you do not,
saving
you're making
face? How is
excuses. You're saying it's okay to go to Zuffa now.
what am I
What's up with his
saving face
list?
from?
What's up with all these things? He's fighting for belts, but then every time it comes to somebody fighting for a belt, he backs out of there and walks. He's the one
Man,
walking away, and you're saying that these fighters are ducking him, but he's the one walking away from the negotiating table.
He's the one walking away. That's right.
So how is everybody ducking him, bro? Stop gaslighting
Blue
people
cookie.
and keep the same energy.
He's not ducking, and
All right, let me
they
cook
not
Blue
ducking,
right
man.
now. Blue, you trying to sit
Oh
here and
my
act like we just
gosh.
didn't have this conversation about the PBC giving him a zero guarantee. You so much of a hater that you think that
Nah, I'm not a hater.
a
I'm
fighter just
saying
have to take
hold your fighter accountable. Stop
Bro,
making
any old kind of
excuses.
deal that they try to get him. He's supposed to get robbed.
let me
No,
You know what I
what I'm
mean?
respond,
He's
saying,
frequent,
supposed to
when
bro.
you're
take a
done.
bad deal
Let me respond
just
when
for
you're
him not
done.
to be a duck from you, bro.
All
Like
right,
you
so
crazy, bro. Here, put your
I
Tank
think the
Maniac shirt on
disconnect.
too.
I think you know what's funny, Blue? How the person that made the Tankamaniac shirt is trying
Yeah,
to
y'all
call other
need to put
people
these
tanker
Jones on,
maniacs.
man.
Ain't
Stop.
that crazy? So
Put
listen,
them
Man,
back
listen.
on, man.
Yo,
am I
This,
right? Am I
And I
right,
bought
put
two
them
cents?
on.
and
Am
I
I right,
bought
2 cents?
one.
Am I talking out the same out the side of
no,
my
the
neck when I'm
disconnect
addressing
is
this
they.
support?
Yeah,
See,
you
Ain't,
they.
talking
ain't
out the
nobody
side
taking
of your
my
neck,
head,
No, I'm
man.
man.
not.
Yes,
No,
sir. I
Let me
see
know
you,
when I can
boy.
talk.
He bought one. He
no,
bought one. I
that ain't
see
it.
you.
That ain't it. It's one in there
Go,
somewhere.
go. All right,
He
hold
bought
on.
one. Good
Go ahead,
shit.
2 cents. It was kind of like a battle royal up here just
Yeah,
now.
let
But
her
go ahead,
talk.
you got it.
I don't want to keep beating a dead horse, but the disconnect is people keep saying that they didn't give Devin a guarantee, and how many fighters you know fight without a guarantee. And that sounds
Hmm.
cool when you're trying to play the victim card and play on people's emotions. But the reality of it
Right.
was Devin didn't go to PBC as a fighter. They went to PBC to do a co-promotion with DHP. So
No,
that is
yeah,
the
Hmm.
difference.
that's a lie y'all made up to try to justify him getting
Oh
a
my
zero
God.
guarantee. How is a fighter gonna go into a fight not as a fighter? Y'all don't make no sense when y'all make up these crazy things. And then
He's his own promotional
they had the
company,
nerve to even
frequent,
say that this is the way it's supposed to go. That the fighter is supposed to put up his own purse. Like y'all
not
be
the
sounding
fighter.
ridiculous with this dumb stuff.
You
Hey, but
sound ridiculous that you believe that when
my
I'm telling you what it
thank you.
is.
What other
You
fighter
be
y'all
you
know?
you
What other
Hold
gaslighting,
instance
on.
bro.
in
Hey,
boxing where somebody put their own guarantee up? Like, tell
Let me
me.
You
ask you a
gas.
frequent.
How is
Is
it a
hold
guarantee
on,
if you put the
frequent,
money up
frequent.
yourself?
Just because you yell don't make you right. Listen, is Devin Haney represented by Devin Haney Promotions?
Yeah,
Yes.
y'all not
Yes or
answering my
no?
Man,
y'all not
he won't
answering
even
my
answer
Yes
question.
or
questions. That's what I'm
I'm
saying.
trying to. Is Devin Haney
Y'all
represented by
not
Devin
answer.
Haney? I'm trying to answer your question. Is Devin Haney represented by Devin Haney
You
Promotions?
don't answer a question with a question, Queen. I don't
Once
know if
you
you
answer
was
this, I'll
taught
be
that in
able to answer
school,
your
but
question.
that's one of the things they teach you in school. You can't answer a question with a question.
Frequent, frequent.
Boy, you
Just
Answering a
answer
gaslight,
this.
You're
man.
literally
I
answering a
can't
question with
I
a
can't
question.
answer listen, I can't answer your question until you answer this. Is Devin
No,
Haney
that don't make sense. Why
represented
can't you answer
just
my question until I
goddamn
answer that?
frequent? You
Why
got it,
can't
bro.
you
Go ahead.
answer my question until I
I'm
answer
trying to
that? Like,
answer your question. I'm trying to. Is
okay, go ahead.
Devin Haney represented by DHP?
Why? That's not you're asking me a question. You can't, I'm not going to
Man,
answer your question
this
without
nigga's
you
not
answering my
slow.
question.
But
Like,
you see how he
Frequent.
won't
When
answer
you
the
answer
question?
my question, I can answer your question because then I can give you an explanation.
that don't
Is
make
that
sense. That don't make sense.
all right? Don't worry about it then.
Yeah,
Wow.
that don't make sense for you not to be able to
Well, don't
answer
worry
my
about it.
question.
Well, don't worry about it then. Move on. Go ahead. Next topic. Next subject. Go ahead.
Yeah, we
Okay,
just gotta move on, man. That's
so
sad.
back to blue, man.
No, I'm good. I'm good, bro. I'm good,
Okay,
bro. Cause
okay.
you ain't gonna answer no questions. All you gonna do is deflect,
How
gaslight, and not
you
prove your
gonna sit
case,
here?
bro.
You gonna sit here and say
No,
I ain't answering no questions, but I
you're
asked her
not.
a question and
You
she don't want
you're
to answer
not.
my question. She want to
She asked you a
I
question
do
because
want
ask
to
me
she's
a
answer
gonna
your
question
lead you.
question.
first.
I
She
do.
listen,
But
listen.
in order
So
for me to
frequent. Let me
answer your
break it
question,
down.
I
Let me.
just need you to answer a simple yes or
Why
Yes,
no.
is that?
Is
Why
Devin
is that?
Haney?
because
When
no.
you
Let me
answer,
answer
you
that.
will see. God
All this
damn,
No.
frequent.
Devin
I don't even want to
investment.
talk about it no more. I don't even want to talk about it no more.
So
All
frequent.
this
The reason
Devin
why she's doing
investment.
that. No, no. See, frequent. You know what she's doing. She's trying to lead you somewhere, and you don't want her to
Yeah,
lead you somewhere.
exactly. She's trying to
But
get
that
out of it. She's trying to get
no,
out of
she's
it
not.
because
I'm
she
trying to.
know
I'm
if
literally
she
She's
trying to
answer
trying to
answer
this
your
lead you
question.
question right
somewhere.
here
I'm
is a
literally
Listen,
zinger
trying
right
to
bro.
there.
answer.
You
I'm
always
literally trying to answer your question. I'm
It's
literally
called
trying to answer
turning.
your
It's
question.
called
bro. But
turning the corner. I'm not gonna let
bro,
you turn the
you're
corner on
older
me
than
like that.
all of us,
So
If
man.
you
Ain't
can't
somebody
nobody
tell me
asks
if
talking
you a
to you. You're
question and you
senior.
can't
you
answer the
can't tell me
question,
if DHP is represented by Devin Haney Promotions frequent.
of course I can tell you that. But you can't answer a question with a question. I asked you a
Oh
question, and to
wow.
get out of answering that
I'm
question,
not.
you want to
Listen,
ask
I,
me a question
I'm not.
first.
How am I getting out of? Listen, I'm asking you a question, and then I'm going to proceed to answer your question once you give me the answer because it's going to make more sense.
But
But don't worry about it,
that's not
frequent.
how it
You
works.
don't know how to have a conversation, bro. It's cool. Go
If
ahead, move
somebody
on.
give you a questionnaire, you can't put a question down on the
Okay,
questionnaire
you're
for the
right.
answer,
You're right. So
and
let's
then
move
when
on.
it
You're right. It's over with. Let's move on.
oh okay then
When are we gonna
and
move
that's
on,
crazy.
man? It's been like Devin investment for the past 2 fucking weeks over this stupid ass PBC deal, bro. Like, what the fuck, man?
This is Devin Haney Johnson
It's
Bounce Central.
diabolical.
We supposed to be the Hanos
It's
clan,
diab
but everybody is talking about this punk ass deal with Haney and what he need to do. What the fuck these other fighters gotta do?
Hey, it's
What Rolly got to
diabolical
do?
how they come. It's diabolical how they try to keep dragging us back to that, like it was something, like
Like,
it was a mistake
dude,
or it was something bad that Devin did. Like it don't
like
make sense.
what's Lions Only out here doing? What's GTD Promotions out here doing? What are these other promotional companies doing? What are they doing? Where they fights at?
Hey, that. Hey, we.
Nothing.
Hey, I wanted to talk about this Zuffa boxing deal, and him fighting Richardson Hitchins, and what's going on with Zuffa boxing being a boxing league, because I've been here before I've been away for like I ain't been live for like 2 days or whatnot. But I've been in and out
Yeah,
different people lives and stuff like that, and I've been hearing crazy stuff like Zuffa Boxing is not really a boxing league; they're a sanctioning body, they're a promotional company, and all this crazy stuff. And
That's what they said, frequent. That's what they said.
they
They
didn't
said they're
say
a
that.
promotional company.
They
Yes,
did
they
not
did.
say that. No, they didn't.
Okay. All right. All right.
Where they said that? I told you that you was
All
mistaken on
right.
what they was telling you on that panel.
Okay.
They wasn't saying that. They was playing
I
something that
didn't. No,
Showbiz was trying
nobody
to say.
told me that, freak. So what? So why did Showbiz say they're a promotional company?
He was talking. They clipped off. He didn't actually mean that they was a promotional company. Somebody
Oh,
in
well,
his
what he
comments.
meant then? What he
Somebody in
meant?
his. So I'm trying to explain. Somebody in his comments was trying to say that that was the situation, and he was like, oh, "Okay, well, you're saying that," and he was trying to. He was saying, "Okay, if I agree to that, if they are this." But that's not what they're claiming to be. And we saw that in the little thing with the Muhammad Ali Act that they trying to get changed or whatever, the revision, whatever, the talks about the revision and everything. We saw that they're a boxing league. They're not a promotional company. They're trying to change the law in order to include a boxing league with the sanctioning bodies and stuff. And they trying to enable it to be included in boxing. So if they're not a boxing league, why would they be trying to get the law changed to allow them to exist in it? Like it don't, y'all be making up stuff and
If
y'all be arguing it like it's the
if they're
truth.
gonna work with the other promotional companies, frequent, then, so what you think that all the sanctioning bodies gonna go under the Zuffa League?
No, and that's
Some
what
of the
that's
stuff
the
they
whole
were trying
thing.
to pass,
They're trying to.
some of the things they were trying to pass in the Ali Act, they could not pass. Do you know that? Are you aware of that?
It looked like it's all
They had
it
they
looked like
had to
it's all.
revise they had to revise some of those things and change it. But look, if they a league or a promotional company, whatever the case may be, it's still fracturing boxing.
I mean,
boxing been
that's
fractured.
people yeah, that's people opinions. People got
Damn.
different
Yeah,
opinions
it's
on
making
should
it
the
even more
Ali Act be
fractured.
changed or not? Should it stay the same? Me personally, I believe, people
We
fighting
haven't
so
even
hard
been getting
about
the fights we
the
want before Turkey got in
You
this
still not
motherfucker.
you
hold
still
on,
not
but
gonna get the
people
fights
talking
you
about this
want.
Muhammad Ali Act
Come on,
like it
man.
need to stay the way it is. Like these promoters and promotional companies and stuff ain't been going around it and doing things like creating extra belts and stuff to get around the Muhammad Ali Act and stuff. In the
Right.
ranking system and all of that, it's flawed, so it has to be changed.
This is what I'm trying to tell y'all. Nothing is gonna be changed. Y'all will see. Y'all gonna have the same problems you always had. Nothing in that Muhammad Ali Act solves anything that y'all been up here complaining about.
Then what
Changing
everybody
Nothing.
it, you
tripping
mean?
for? Then what is everybody tripping for?
Because of what is gonna change on a deeper level and fundamentally, which is what y'all don't see and realize. But hold on, y'all. I gotta order some. Hold on.
Sound like another
Man,
situation where
I
people
think.
scared of their favorite fighters about to get their ass whooped because they're gonna be putting fights that we've been trying to put together.
Hey, look,
That's what it really is.
she ain't the only person that I heard say that before, saying that it ain't going to change, some of the problems that we have. But I feel like it is because, one of the main problems that we have is, fighters not fighting who we think they should be fighting,
Exactly. That's
and
all they're trying to do.
with a boxing league, it seemed like it's going to eliminate that problem because we already going to know who's
And they don't
supposed
want
to
to talk
fight who
about that
next.
part.
You
And they
know,
don't want to
people
talk
don't.
about
Then
that
you got
part.
people losing and they don't go fall to the back of the line. They be right up for a title shot
A
right
whole
away.
nother
Their next
title
fight.
shot. Like that
Their
shit
next fight.
goofy as
Why? Because
fuck.
why? Because of greed. Because these sanctioning bodies see them as a cash cow or whatever, or they think they might be sellable,
Bruh,
marketable, and so
right.
they put them back at the front of the line and get them another chance. They get them 99 lives. You know what I'm saying? Because they
But,
want them to succeed. You know, if
but
they
fly.
fail, they right there to catch them and pick them back up and put them
And
back in position
how is the changing of
and put
Muhammad
them
Ali Act
back in
gonna solve
position
that?
to get a title. And Zuffa you're not going to see that because it's
I
going to
said,
be against the.
how is the Muhammad Ali Act going to change that? Frequent is what I'm asking you.
Well, I guess you have to go into the. I can't explain it all for you, but I guess you have to go into the details and look at the whole thing.
Okay, y'all
You got
keep
to look
running
at.
around here telling me it's gonna change it and fix it. Tell me how.
I mean, if it's not, then why would they be fighting? Oscar De La Hoya and them be fighting so hard for them not to push it through? Like you trying to say what you trying to say? It's not going to change, or like
Yes, that's what I keep
I
trying to
don't
tell you.
understand your stance.
They're changing the Ali Act for their own agenda, making you think that, oh, it's gonna fix all these things in boxing when it's not. You can't even explain to me how it's going to. The thing you just
I
complained
was just
about.
explaining
Please
something that
He
explain
just
to me
he
how
just
the
said fight for
I
them.
changing
was
them up.
just explain. I was
Listen,
just trying.
I asked you. You won't let me tell you what's coming off. You just complained about the rankings and getting the shot after a loss. I said, okay, cool. Explain to me how the Muhammad Ali Act fixes that.
Okay, because they're trying to change the law to include the to include the boxing league, right? And so with the I'm talking about a boxing league. A boxing league, fighters in the boxing league, we're not going to have that problem because you don't have the sanctioning bodies existing in there. I mean, the sanctioning bodies can coexist, but in the
They can't
boxing league,
dictate.
it's going to be all about climbing the rankings and getting to that title. It's
Okay,
not going to
let me ask
be.
you a question. Let me ask you a question. You said Teofimo just lost and he got a title shot, right? The Ali Act just passed. Zuffa got whatever they
Well,
got going on. Please tell me how the Ali Act is going to fix Tio getting a title shot
well,
after he lost.
I didn't specifically say Teofimo Lopez. I was talking about Ryan Garcia, but him too. But the reason
But how
if
is
you
the
look
Ali Act
how
going
I
to prevent
explain.
that from happening?
I'm trying to explain it. How I explained that the reason, if we look at the reason why it happened, the reason why it happened is greed. It's greed from the sanctioning bodies. The sanctioning
I
bodies
don't
get.
care why it happened. I
I'm
want you to
trying to
explain to
explain to
me
I'm trying to
how the
explain.
change in the Ali Act is going to change
You
that.
gotta actually listen to what I'm saying. You don't want to listen.
We need the
Okay,
bullet
so
points and
what
details
I'm
of the
saying
Ali
is
Act.
the sanctioning bodies, get a sanctioning fee for their belt. So them getting a sanctioning fee for their belt, um, that it matters to them if the fighters are marketable that hold their titles. And so that's where the corruption comes at. So if you don't have, if you don't have the sanctioning bodies in the league, then that problem is gone. It's not there because you don't have the sanctioning body of this belt, the WBO, the WBA, and the WBC trying to make sure that their champion is marketable so they can get money back on the sanctioning fees because they're not gonna be paying sanctioning fees for the belt. So that's one thing. You want
So,
another one?
so you don't know.
No, I can tell you more. I'm asking you. Is that
You
one
don't
suffice?
know
Do you
because
understand that one? That one that I told you right there. Did you understand that one? That it's not going to
you gonna
be
let me
sanctioning
respond?
bodies in.
Do I get to respond now?
Go ahead.
Okay, so again, you don't know the answer because what I'm
How? I just
asking you
gave you
is,
the answer. What do you mean I
let
don't know
me
the answer?
talk.
Because you coming out starting saying I don't know the answer, and I just gave you I just broke it down to you part by part. I
I
I,
heard
I,
you.
I dissected it, and
I
yeah, but
heard
you
you.
act like you don't understand. You said I don't know. How you get that from that? That I don't
I'm
know.
trying. I'm trying to tell you if you let me respond. You up here taking your pants off. Listen, what I was
This
saying
girl
is,
crazy,
Damn.
man.
what I was asking is,
She said
if
this nigga stripping on the channel.
Tio Tio is not in Zuffa, right? Is he in Zuffa?
No, he's not in Zuffa yet.
So how is changing the Ali Act going to prevent what's going on outside of Zuffa? How is that going to fix boxing?
I didn't say any. See, now you changing
So
it. You
I'm not
revising
changing
and
it.
moving the goalposts. You
No,
said
I'm
you
not.
said
now you. Yes, you are. See
No, I'm not.
the slow
I
people who
asked
don't
you,
catch
how
on.
is
I'm
the
too
this
swift for
Ali
that.
nigga
Act?
so
You
How is the
just
sad, bro.
Ali Act going to fix
want me tell you
boxing?
how you
Okay.
changed it. Now you added the words outside of Zuffa boxing.
I said,
See,
how is it going to
I'm
fix
too swift for that.
boxing?
You can't move the
This nigga
goalposts, and
ridiculous.
I'm a little bit
Frequent,
swift. You can't do that to me.
frequent, frequent. I asked
Too
you,
soon.
how is the Ali
Too
Act going to fix boxing?
And I told you, and then you
You're
tried to
talking
add
about
outside
Zuffa.
of Zuffa
You're
boxing.
talking about, exactly. I said boxing, nigga. I'm not
so
talking
Where
about
to,
only
yeah,
Zuffa.
but
Y'all talking about it's gonna fix boxing. How is it going to fix
I'm,
boxing?
and I
So you
just
don't
explained
know.
to
Thank
you.
you. Thank you. You don't
I
know.
do know. I just explained to you, but I guess you can't comprehend. I
yeah.
just told you that inside the Zuffa boxing league, they won't be able to do that. That's how the boxing league fixes that by
Is Zuffa
changing the
all of
Ali
boxing?
Act. By changing the
Is Zuffa
Ali,
all of boxing?
by changing the
Is
Ali Act, it
Zuffa
allows
all
for
of?
Zuffa is a
by
Zuffa is a
Is
changing the
Zuffa?
football
Ali
company.
Act,
It is
by
not a
changing the
boxing league.
Ali
Cut it
Act,
out.
Is
by changing the Ali Act, it allows for Zuffa boxing to exist in boxing as well. See,
and
that's
I
how
agree.
it works. It's
So
when
can
the
I
rabbit got the gun over here, you can't just overtalk me and think that I'm just going to stop talking and make me lose my point. I'm going to keep
wow.
repeating it, and then you talk again. I repeat it again, and you talk again. I repeat it again until it gets through.
So
How is
just because
Zuffa
you say
gonna
the
ruin
same dumb
boxing?
Too
shit
soon.
over and
That's
over don't
how it
Yo,
make it
work
right.
over
too
here
How
when the
is
rabbit got the gun. It ain't fun, is it?
but how is
yo,
No,
Zuffa
you
too
gonna
just
soon.
don't
ruin
listen.
boxing?
Too
Let's hear
soon.
that. Let's
Too
hear that.
soon.
How is Zuffa gonna ruin boxing?
Hold on,
Oh,
hold on. Can I? Hey, hello everybody. Good evening.
what's
Good
up, Ray?
evening,
What's
everyone.
up, Ray? What's up?
Reed
Um,
Davis in the building.
so outside of my question is this: we keep questioning the Ali Act and the changes that are being made. I keep hearing all these things that are being made, and to my understanding, the only thing that they're doing is just giving options for the fighters to either take the Ali Act or go into whatever Zoof is offering, right? As a individual excuse me, athlete, right? But
Right,
let's look at the bigger picture. The Ali Act only exists in the United States of America, or when fights are in existence in the United States of America. All over the world, the Ali Act doesn't exist, and you don't see other countries having these issues with promoters and things like that. And
Mm.
that may be the reason why you have promoters coming over here trying to get American fighters, because they don't have to honor the Ali Act when they're overseas. So they're probably breaking bread more, or they're getting more, or they're getting less. I don't know. That's up to speculation. But at the point, there seem to be a lot more happier fighters when they deal with outside promoters outside the United States.
Hello.
Again, the Ali Act is only seemed to be hampering to me a little bit, because I don't see any benefit into it, because it's not doing what it's supposed to do. Just for instance, we just had a situation. I'm not going to put names out there, but somebody wanted to see the books, which is supposed to allow the fighter and the management team to see the books. We also had a situation where a fighter wanted to have a fight. He couldn't even get it because the promoter shut it down. So all these things that the fighter is supposed to get privy to and have say over, the promoters are still in the way. So it seems that way that the Ali
Loopholes.
is currently that yeah, exactly. The way the Ali Act is currently, they do need some changes. Now I don't know what the restructuring has to do with um particularly. I have to go and read the bylaws or wherever their submissions are.
can I say
But
something
other
real
than
quick,
that,
Ray? Can I
yes,
say something real
please.
Mm.
quick?
Go
Because
ahead. Touch on
the point that I'm trying to make, and frequent don't got good listening skills, comprehension skills. The only point that I'm trying to make is we're sitting up here complaining about this, and this about boxing, right? And I'm asking for all the people that's saying they need to be changed and all this other stuff, right? The problems that y'all are complaining about, I'm asking, how are the changes in the Ali Act going to fix those problems? That's all I'm asking.
I
And
just told you
nobody else,
though, Queen.
no. And so Frequent started telling me about how it's gonna make changes within Zuffa, and I'm like, okay, that's fine. That will apply to Zuffa, but how is it going to fix all the things y'all are complaining
okay.
about on the outside? So my whole
That's
point
it.
is saying that
Yeah.
all the stuff that they saying, the Ali Act doesn't fix those things. Like y'all
That's an
been
easy
duped
fix.
and manipulated.
That is an easy answer. whether it works or not. I mean, I guess it's like trial and error to say the least. 2 cent.
But it's not
Um,
about whether it works or not, Ray,
well,
right?
what I'm saying
Fighters are
is,
You
just
have
gonna
well,
you
sign to
listen.
Zuffa.
Hold on,
what
That's
let
I'm
me
it.
finish.
saying is,
Because you have the legislation, so obviously, if you're champion for it, you think it's a good thing. You've read the legislation, so you should be able to tell me how it's going to make those changes of the things that you're complaining about that you think is going to change.
I just explained to them.
Fighters just gonna
I
sign to
didn't read,
Zuffa. That's what's
I
gonna
didn't read
happen.
it yet
It's
or
gonna
hear.
be exactly. It's gonna
Because
be the
Zuffa,
fighter's choice.
because Zuffa is not all of boxing. So they changed the Ali Act, and the
Right,
same problems we've been
but
having, we're still gonna have because Zuffa
but
is not all of boxing.
2 cents. What
But
happens
y'all in
is
an uproar though.
it gives a
I'm not in the uproar.
opportunity. It gives an opportunity for fighters, right, to open up their state of mind. Because now, if you were able to do this in Zuffa, let's just say it's just singular to or singled
No,
out just
that's
to
not what I'm
Zuffa, which I don't
asking
think it
though,
is.
right?
No, no, no. I know. I'm going to give you the answer. I'm just giving an example real quick. So Zuffa gives this option, right? And I'm pretty sure the option is not just with Zuffa, because if they're changing the act, it's throughout boxing. It's not going to just be through Zuffa. Zuffa is just a standpoint. So if people are signing to Zuffa and they're able to take advantage of the new opportunities or keep the old opportunities based on how they feel, that moves into the general population of boxing. Because if it's successful and it's working there, then it may start a trend, as most things do. Boxing is in any sport, it's just trendy, right? Whatever works here, somebody copycats. It's like the NFL is a copycat league. So if this is working, people are going to attempt to do it. If it's not working, it's going to fail, and then people will revolt back to the other
Well, it's a little
act or whatever, and
it's
then
a
they
little
go.
different, right? Because it's legislation. I ain't trying to cut you off, but that's a little different
I
because it's
under,
legislation. But go ahead.
well, you can always. I mean, it can always be reestablished. I get that, but I mean, at the end of the day, we have to wait to see, because again, the Ali Act was only brought into what,
No, we
2000
have to
or
wait to see
2000,
if it works. I'm just asking you to tell me
right?
what in the legislation is going,
Well,
what is it going to change? Well, yeah, we got to
I
wait to see
didn't.
if it works.
Yeah,
But
I
look,
have to go and dive into it and get some
Oh, you
more
haven't read
info
it
before I
either?
really.
but
No,
look,
I'm in the
though,
back end
Ray.
of it. I'm just going by the
But look though, Ray.
Go ahead.
From what I said about one of the a few of the problems that we have, I mentioned already. One was the fact that these sanctioning bodies.
Jonathan Jackson. I'm probably the only person up here that's read the Ali Act.
One is the fact that these sanctioning bodies be they be finding loopholes and
Well, it's the promoters, isn't it? So
following and
much as
having to follow the ranking system and stuff like that. And so
right,
they create they create different belts, and they'll have like
of
the
course.
champion still have their mandatories, but they'll have a belt over that, a super belt, where
The
this guy don't have to
franchise.
have mandatories. So they're getting around the stuff that's in the Muhammad Ali Act and stuff like that. But my question is, you don't think that these fighters that's climbing the ranking systems, you got to pay to get yourself in a ranking system, for a
Getting the
sanctioning body.
sanctioned body, yeah,
Yeah, for the
right.
sanctioning body, you got to pay them, each one to get in their ranking system. So you don't think that these fighters that's climbing the ranking system and everything, and they keep getting crapped on like that, people pushed in front of them, them waiting all year for years to fight, as a mandatory and all of that. You don't think that, when Zuffa boxing, comes into play, that they have a choice.
Frequent, you're
You don't
literally
think that
arguing
they're
for
gonna
something you
go, you
haven't
don't
even
think that
read.
they're gonna rather,
You
you don't
haven't
think
even
that they're gonna
read
right,
it.
you don't think that they're gonna rather go over to Zuffa boxing
You
rather than to
haven't
sit
even
here.
read it.
What would you
Frequent.
do? You
But
think
it's
that?
not.
Do you think? I mean, you can keep talking over me, but I'm still gonna get it out though. You think that they gonna not want to move over to Zuffa boxing, where they know that they'll actually have a fair chance to climb the rankings and get up to the title as long as their skills permit it, and they can keep winning, rather than stay in these corrupt sanctioning bodies ranking system where they're going to be mandatories for years and have people skipped in front of them instead, and they don't get their title fight and all of that stuff. David Benavidez not being able to fight Canelo for years because
That's pretty bad.
the WBC got this darling relationship with
That's
Canelo,
pretty fucked up.
that they want, because he's a cash cow. They'll make David Benavidez sit there for years and years and never get the shot at the championship. Come on,
That's pretty
man. Like
fucked up.
it's not rocket science. You just want to fight against it because you don't like Turkey, the Zuffa boxing or none of that stuff. But
That's
we
pretty
tired,
fucked
we
up.
fed up as true boxing fans, the hardcore boxing fans. Like you say, you don't like the hardcore boxing fans. Well, we the hardcore boxing fans, and we want to see people climb the ranking system and fight who they supposed to fight. We don't want to see Ryan Garcia keep getting thrown up and getting these title shots when he don't deserve them. Teofimo Lopez look like he can't even fight no more, but yet his very next fight, he's in the title fight. Come on, man. We don't want to see that no more.
Yeah, it can't get no worse than that. It
But
can't get no fucking
haven't.
worse
This is
than
the
that. But
thing.
people are
Y'all
defending this shit.
y'all haven't even read what y'all are defending.
We don't
So y'all
need
don't
to
even
read the
know if
Muhammad
it's
What
Ali
the
going
Act
fuck
to
is
know
on
that
You
we
it?
do
don't
need.
want
All
that.
right.
What the fuck is
Oh
on it?
man,
All right.
hold on. Please,
See, that's
Hey,
what I'm
we
saying. You
don't
haven't
need
even
to
read
read
it,
it
and
to
you
know
up here
that we
trying to
don't
argue.
want this to happen no more.
all right. I
That's
read the
fine.
original act, right? But explain to me 2 cents what you're trying to say because I want to hear your point of view and your take on this.
I keep
Yeah, he
saying
said you
what.
read it.
Hold on.
Oh,
I'm about to get in. I'm about to get in the
yeah.
No,
elevator. So,
I
you
heard
know what?
take, not what I read.
I'm about to get in the
Sorry.
elevator. Hold
All right. So I mean, technically, some of the things that Fire is talking about are things that are listed in the Ali Act, such as protecting the fighters just for whatever reasons, right? Letting them see the books, letting them be able to make deals on their own and things like that. So that's why you have so many free agents and things like that. So a lot of things are covered. We know basically boxing today is all pretty much established due to that. But I'm gonna let 2 Cents elaborate on what she sees as the issue because it's very important to understand both sides of the argument. Um, I'm
on.
I'm
Well,
trying to
I mean,
understand
for
myself.
I'm
Yeah,
not
yeah, I'm
listening.
saying go ahead, man.
The only point that I'm trying to make, and y'all not getting, is that all of the things. Okay, Zuffa, they gonna centralize the corruption. It's gonna be one entity over the sanctioning body, one entity over everything. That's fine. It's gonna be ran like corporate. That's cool. But all I'm trying to say is, outside of Zuffa, what is all the problems everybody complaining about, the rankings and the this and the that? How is the Ali Act changing that? How is it fixing it? Is what I'm asking.
That's that.
I just
It's a great
explained how I
question.
thought it fixed it, but I'll let
It's
somebody
a
else explain how they think it's gonna fix it.
so the way you got to look at the establishment of it is to look how again UFC is ran, regardless of them complaining about their funding. I think Oscar De La Hoya made a good point on that. About the fighters being unhappy with their wages and things like that. But it puts them in a league where they have to earn their worth, right? And there's one belt you're fighting for. As long as it's within the league, per se, and they're going to be handling things over there in the league, and it helps gives it a format and a breakdown such as UFC, so you get 1 versus 2, and you know what I mean. The next guy up fighting for the championships, you don't just get like some like number 10 ranked fighter just jumping in there or like Frequent was saying, you get a guy who just lost fighting for a belt again. There's no rematch with the champion because he lost it. It's just some guy who just lost the title shot, literally, and just was like a contender. He wasn't even the champion, and then he gets another title shot immediately right after that. That is probably more so I can understand where Frequent's coming from. That is an issue with boxing. I think a lot of people see that as an issue with boxing because
Come up, Jonathan.
So
when
let
you're
me ask my
there and you're
question
trying,
again. Can I ask my
go
question
ahead,
again, right? Because that was a good
go ahead.
example you gave.
Come up, Jonathan.
So,
Jonathan, come
so
up.
are you telling me you're only gonna watch Zuffa boxing?
I'm a boxing fan, so I'm gonna watch all boxing, including amateur.
Okay, so outside of Zuffa boxing, those same problems will still exist. So how is the Ali
Of
Act fixing
course.
that? That's all I'm
Well,
asking.
again, like I explained earlier, you know, what I mean, if it works in Zuffa, you're gonna have one or two things happen. Either people are going to move towards the same format, or you're gonna have people signing with Zuffa and creating more of a business side of the league. And the
That's how it's
league is
gonna be
going to
Man,
fixed.
So
I
is
just
going
basically,
said
you're
to
that
saying
she
it's
that's
not
basically
that's one
she
or
act
two
like
changing.
she ain't
reasons.
hear it, bro.
So you're just saying that's not changing it. You're saying if it works, then everybody else gonna start doing it too. But
Of
nothing
course. I
definitively
mean,
in the act is going to force them to make those changes. So basically,
Well,
it's gonna still be the same until they see if it works or not.
If they're
well, here's the
if
thing.
Zuffa is
Zuffa,
there, then that's gonna change it regardless, because it's
I
more
mean,
it's competition. It's more
they have an
competition.
option. They have the option to stick with the old format as a fighter for Zuffa, or adapt the new amended act. So they don't have to go to the amended act. They can stay with what works for them or what they trust. They have options. So it's not like you have to do it. They're not forcing anybody to sign to whatever the amended ways are. They can stick to the old ways. It's not like
Yeah.
they're given that option. It's just what works best for you is what they're
Exactly.
trying to do.
So the
You know,
Ali, so changing the Ali Act is not, it's not doing anything. Basically, it's only
it's
helping
just
Zufa.
no,
How
It's
when
only
it's
changing.
allowing?
no, because they didn't change. They didn't change. From what I understand, they didn't change it so it again when you have an option, right? You can still have the amended version, or you can work with the original version. Because just because it's amended, is an amendment is just something that they add to, right? It's not a change. It's an additive. So when they're adding certain parts, where should go? When they added certain parts to the Ali Act,
Oh.
right? Then it's not really saying, okay, this has happened because they want to change it. It's because they're amending something because they're given options. They're given an A and B package. It's like your insurance. When you sign up for your insurance at work, right? They give you a top tier, they give you a second tier, they give you two companies to choose from, and it goes down the line. It's not like it's going to be okay. Well, you got to take the top tier, and if you don't take the top tier, you take the lower tier. It means something different. No, you're just going to get less coverage. That's all it is. So they're probably that's pretty much what it is to just give it a simple comparison to something in real life. But again, I'm not um I'm not here to, like I said, to contend against it because I don't know all the details. I only know what I've been privy to from earlier conversations. I didn't even watch nothing. I haven't actually been in the chats besides your chat
All
the
right,
other
all
night,
right.
you sent.
Yeah.
So
Hey, frequency.
I'm going
Hey,
to get
frequency.
into
You
this.
there? Hey,
Yeah,
Fly. You
yeah,
there?
yeah. I'm here. I'm listening.
Yeah. Jonathan had the link to the act, to the damn act or whatever. Did you
Yeah,
check it
yeah. I
out?
had put it up on the screen. I had put it up on the screen, but I ain't click it though. I
Yeah.
had put
Let's
it up there.
we
Yeah,
gotta
go
see
right.
what's up in there, man.
Yeah,
Cause
go
you
right
might
there.
click on it, see what it is, and try to put it on the your screen, your big screen.
You talk? No, I can't put it up on the screen. Um,
Yeah, I can
He'll
go
have
up
to
and
email
do
you,
it,
huh?
but no, I got it.
yeah.
Okay, give me a minute.
I mean,
Freaking got
it's
to start paying me money.
if it
I
all
got
fit
it
in
though.
if it all fit in one on one page, I'll probably be able to put it up there. But if it's a deal where you got to scroll down, I can't.
Hey, Jonathan Jackson, come up, man.
I can only do a
I'm about to
screenshot of
open it
something.
up now.
Hey,
Mm.
Jonathan Jackson, come on up, man.
Tommy Hill in the building. Let me see what he talking about. He said, yet they still stand alone and wasn't forced to bond together under one umbrella because they
Right.
were in the red, and also to stave off the what? The hemogore. What?
Of the only production entity in
Nigga,
the zone that
hemorrhaging.
puts
Nigga,
on
you can't
fights.
read.
What?
Him or what?
Hemorrhaging. This nigga can't read. Wow. I ain't mad at you.
What the fuck is stave off though? That's where he got
Yeah, I don't,
stuck at.
yeah.
What the fuck
Oh
is
my god.
stave off?
Blue is retarded, man. You gotta excuse him, man.
How the fuck am I retarded? You can't read it and you don't know what you're reading.
I
Nigga, what is
read it, but
stave
I
off? What the
stay.
hell is
Yeah, what the
stave
hell that
off?
mean? I'm trying to figure out what it mean. What he's trying to say, bro.
What is
Of the
stave, my
only of
nigga?
the only production entity in the zone that puts on fight.
Stave off, like what? I can't
Oh,
read that shit.
he meant to say starve off. Starve off.
I
He
hope
missing the
shit.
R.
What the fuck?
He meant to well, I guess if Daz 215 is right about that, he said starve off. So I guess that's what he meant. I don't know.
Shit, that's what a nigga got stuck at. Shit. But
I
damn,
think
man, we
Blue
gotta
just be
click on that
reaching
link
for a
though.
win sometimes, bro. He just be reaching for a win.
Yeah, he
You
got
gotta
smoke.
excuse him, bro.
Yeah, he got smoke for real. Yeah, you can hear it in his voice.
Jonathan said it from down there. No, Rel Jones said stave is a word. Well, I never heard that. I never heard
I
that
never
word.
heard that shit a day in my life, G. Well, he corrected himself and said starve off. So hey, see there it go.
Yeah, I don't know. But anyway, man.
Motherfuckers trying to be smart asses, I guess.
Yeah. Anyway, man. Yeah, I think that I've been saying that since the beginning.
Frequent. Drop the
Since
link in
we
the chat so I can open up the link.
Oh
you
shit,
said
let's get it.
you said
Let's
drop the
get it.
link in the chat. What you mean drop
Yeah,
the link
because
in the
I'm
chat?
I'm gonna open up on my computer because I can't you ain't pin it, so I gotta drop it
Oh
in
no,
there.
you saying fine. Hold on. Let me see.
Yeah, the
Here it
act.
go right here. That's it right
Not
there.
that link. I'm saying I need to get into the StreamYard in my computer. I'm in the StreamYard on my phone. I got the link
Oh,
there.
you want me you saying pin it?
Pin.
Hold
Nah,
on.
I got it. I got it. I got it. I got it. I got it.
No, but I've been saying this from the beginning. Soon as I heard that they was trying to make some revisions to the Muhammad Ali Act, I was all for it because I was saying from the beginning that it's so many loopholes in it right now that they need to do something, man. They need to do something about it. They got loopholes. These sanctioning bodies be going, backdooring and doing all this crazy stuff, man, that they not supposed
And
to be
they
able to do.
defending this
The
shit.
ranking system is the ranking system is a part of the Muhammad Ali Act to ensure that the people climbing the ranking systems get their fair shot at the title. But they got all types of loopholes to get around that now. You know,
Don't open that up yet.
that was my whole thing, from the gate. I think 2 Cents was just trying to argue just to argue, bro.
Yeah, well, what the fuck? That's why I hope he. That's why I'm hoping. Like, thank God for motherfuckers like what's his name, Ray, for trying to put the shit up here so a nigga can check it out. Like,
I
man,
mean,
like
but like I said, man, we don't
boxing's in
need
the
to see it to
shitter.
know that we don't want that no more, bro.
Boxing is in the shitter though. Like, so, dude, could he zoom in?
He said folks promoting stuff they haven't even read. I'm not promoting the Muhammad Ali Act.
Right. What the hell?
I'm just saying I'm promoting that they need to do some revisions to it. That's what I'm saying. It's a
Promoting.
problem with it, and I'm saying that it should include. I'm for the Zuffa Boxing League existing. I think more is better than less. So to have more options to watch boxing is a win for me. I think that's a win for all the hardcore boxing fans. The only people who not gonna like that is Tanker Maniacs because their fighter don't like it. So their fighter don't like Turkey Al Sheikh, so they don't like Turkey Al Sheikh. Their fighter don't like Riyadh, so now they don't like Riyadh and all of that. Their
They
fighter
don't
don't like
like.
Shakur. Shakur want to fight him, so now they don't like Shakur. Come on, man. Shakur
Can,
nice with it, man. Why you don't like Shakur as a fighter?
That's
yo,
where
real
all
quick.
this shit
Can I
boils down to, man.
can I ask
Yeah, I
you?
can't
Can I
see. I
ask you?
can't see that. That's too small,
Yeah,
Ray.
you
You
gotta
gotta
zoom
I
in or
zoomed.
something.
I zoomed in more. Don't go too far. Hold on. Let me try it again.
read it off to
All
us
right.
then, if you
All
feel
right.
like it.
Hold on. Okay,
If
now
you
that I
feel like
zoomed
it's
up.
important,
Okay.
I think the revisions is what should
All right.
be looked at. Really, the
All
revision.
right. So anyway, my question is real quick. What I wanted to ask you was based on what you were just saying is that. All right. So you're right. Now my question is, wasn't what's the name on Spike TV fighting initially?
Who?
Exactly. Yes, PBC.
Tank. Tank.
They
Well,
Did you
PBC
fight?
was. I
what
don't know
Tank
if
got to do
Tank.
with it?
No. I'm just asking. It's just a general question. I think he was on Spike TV. He didn't come on regular like Showtime or he didn't come on any big network. And the only reason why I'm asking that is because Spike TV had that little like competitors thing, and he was found he not found, but he was showcased there, right? So it just shows you that that was a similar thing that the PBC did when they were working with Spike TV Contender, right? That's what it was. They were doing something similar. No, it wasn't a Contender one, but it was something they did where they brought Tank in and other fighters that we know today, and they got their name because they started on the platform that was not mainstream boxing. It was something different, something that changed, something that they implemented to give the fans something different. So Zuffa is a similar thing. So anybody that just hating on Zuffa or not liking Zuffa because of the people attached to it is basically not, they're not being open minded. What they're doing is they're open and shut case on the situation because they have some type of feelings or some type of disgruntledness towards that. And we have to be open minded to everything. I mean, listen, I don't think that anybody's ever trying to shame anything else in regular boxing. But like I said, what is the point of us arguing over the Ali Act if it only carries, which you can see in the first sentence, the United States of America? It doesn't go outside of this country. Any other country you fight in, this act does not exist. And as you can see, there's millions and millions of fighters making money and having fights and getting the opportunities that they don't get here. So we have to be open
Turkey out
minded
of
to that.
sheep. Turkey out of sheep. That's what it means.
So so we have to be open minded to things and not just be bitter because it's not the consensus way. You know what I mean? It's like, all right, I'm used to driving to work every day uh this same road, but now because they're building a bridge over there that's supposed to be faster, I'm still going to stick to the road that I take every day, even though I can get to work 20 minutes on time ahead of
But
time,
my
and I deal with I just got to sit in traffic a little bit. It's crazy. It's just like
but
you
my
got to
thing
have that.
is
Oh, go ahead.
they talking about according to this Ali Act or whatever, that fighters is not going to be able to see the books and not going to get paid because they saying it's associated with Dana White. But
Where
on
does
the
it
other hand,
say
that
that?
they but on the other hand, Turkey they saying Turkey Al Sheik is the one that's overpaying fighters and shit like that. So I'm trying to figure out which one is it.
Yeah. So let me
No,
see.
the issue is,
They said
you
it's
know
gonna
what
be
I'm
just
saying?
like UFC and shit. So which one is it?
You know
Because
what
it's
the
So
issue
Turkey
is? Know
and
what the
Dana White.
issue? Know what the issue is? The way that it exists outside of Zuffa boxing, that's something that is a point of interest for the fighter if they're fighting outside of Zuffa boxing. Because you got these promoters out here. They don't want to open up the books. They don't want to. They want to lie on the numbers and hide
yeah,
the
But
original,
protect
the
their
actual
who
interest.
amount
else?
that they
Who? But
made and stuff
hold
like
on.
that.
Who else is not opening up the books? Who else is doing it besides the obvious PBC? Who else is not showing the books?
Oscar did
I
the
mean,
same
Oscar
thing.
doing it
Oscar
too.
did
Oscar
it.
De La Hoya. I think it's a possibility that it's multiple. It's a few of them
And I heard,
that
yeah,
do
and I
that.
heard Bob Arum should be like that
They
too. That's why
crooked,
Bob
bro.
Arum gives a guarantee. We have to be honest with ourselves and understand that the whole situation that we're talking about with Zufa, right? And understanding that just because you feel that they're not opening the books, we have no evidence of that. It hasn't happened yet.
Right. That's true. That's true.
We have to wait for things to be like like they say go into action, right? Now once that becomes a problem, that's different, but as far as I know, what does open the books got to do with anything if you're signing a contract and a deal for a paycheck? Like if I'm signing a 2-year deal and it has this much money attached to it, what do I need to see the books for? I mean, be honest, you know what I mean? Unless there's some type of
They
bonus
they wanna
or
they wanna know
signing
how much
bonus.
it. No,
The
see,
back end. Back end
that's
money.
what I mean. It's relevant. It's relevant outside of the boxing league to know what the promoters are making. To know but they still don't show them no. They
I
still
was gonna
don't know,
say, what do
even
we
though it's
know
in
that
the
the
Muhammad
promoters
Ali
make?
Act. Like they don't abide by it.
You know what the promoters do? Let me tell you, just like any other
They
person that runs a
lie about
company,
the numbers.
exactly. They tell you that they spent more than what they really invested, so they can make more on top of that, and then they collect a fee on top of that.
You
So
got promotional companies like the PBC trying to get fighters to fight with no guarantee.
all of a sudden, which was crazy because I've never seen that in boxing before, especially
And
over
they
Lord
there.
have
argue
mercy.
and fight tooth and nail to try to say that it's right and try to say
Lord
that
have
Devin
mercy.
Haney is the one that's wrong.
Listen, I-
Like it's
Lo-
listen,
mind boggling, bro.
Lord have
it's,
mercy.
it's crazy work. I mean, why not? Why not pay them? You use see the whole thing with Devin. I mean, I can get the Bud and Earl thing. Earl was the bigger name, I think, in the space, so I can understand why You know what I mean? They tried to do that with Earl and Bud, even though Bud was a big name, but Earl wanted the title, so Bud leveraged his title and took a risk and gamble and won. Right. The Devin situation with Rolly is the name is not Rolly Romero. Right. The name is the guy who beat Ryan versus the guy who we all believe lost to Ryan. So that's Devin Haney. We want to see Devin lose. He got that L removed off his record. So we want to see him lose. So guess what? He is the person that we're paying to see. He is the guy that we dislike. He's the guy that we do like. He's the guy that's going to bring in the money. People don't know who Rolando Romero is like that. So when you're paying for a top tier or a championship bout with the PBC, and you're giving your guy a guarantee, whether it be small or not, whatever role he said, and he still got to split 50%, that in itself is diabolical. Like that's them taking advantage of it. Where's the Ali Act then? When this guy said I want to see the books, they got mad. No, you ain't seeing the books. You're gonna take what we give you. You got to make your 6 million back. Why do you got to make 6 million back if you're not gonna show them the book? If you're not showing them where the money's being allocated, how did he know that you put $6 million into this whole event? That's where it
But
comes
like I
down to.
said,
That's where the understanding comes from. Go ahead.
Tommy Hill
but
still
like
out
I
here
Bottom line,
gang
said,
what?
banging, promotional company gang banging, bro.
What he said?
but like I
The
He
said,
said,
but
bottom
my
PBC.
but
line
just
is
but
this:
just
the
but y'all notice I
PBC hot.
said, hold on,
Go,
hold on,
go
G,
ahead,
hold
go
on.
ahead.
But notice how I said, what is Lions Only Promotions? What fights are they putting up? What they got going on?
Exactly. They
What is
don't do anything.
GTD? What is GTD Promotions
Hey,
Nothing.
look,
fight?
hey,
What
look,
Nothing.
they
somebody,
got
look,
going on?
hey, look. I had
And nobody
somebody
said
on another
shit.
panel tell me all of these fighters got their own promotional companies. I'm like,
They
well, how
do.
y'all gonna try to single out Devin then? Like he did
That's
something, like
all
he
I've
doing
been.
something wrong, like he
That's what
can't,
the fuck I've
like he
been
coming
asking these
different.
last
And
2 weeks.
right, man,
Yeah,
down
they
didn't
they
pay
hurry up
for
and threw
Frank
me off
Martin.
before I can.
The
That's
man
what
did.
I've
Before I
been
can
Hold
trying
get
to
on.
him
figure
on.
out this
But
past
then
two
the
weeks.
man down paid for Frank Martin to fight Gervonta Davis. Did they have to make money before he made money?
Yeah, what's
No.
Man Down doing? What is Man Down doing? What's
Early.
Man
Yo,
Down
hold
Promotions
on, y'all.
got
Let me
Tom.
going
read. Let
on?
me read Tommy
Well, go
Hill.
ahead. Read
Let me
Tommy.
read Tommy Hill.
Bottom line is the
His
PBC.
thing. He said, bottom
Yeah.
line is this: the PBC got their feet solid on the ground, while the others had to band together to stay afloat and to help a bleeding production company in the zone.
Y'all the
That's
ones
crazy because
bleeding. Y'all the ones
it don't seem
bleeding. Y'all
it
can't
don't
stay
seem that way
nowhere.
now, bro. It don't
Y'all
seem
Yeah,
that
fighting on
way
he
now.
gang
I'm
Amazon
banging the
this
sorry.
year.
PBC, bro.
Y'all
Amazon
fighting
ain't
on
even fronting y'all
Amazon
no
this
money,
year.
bro.
Next
He
year,
like,
y'all
I
gonna be
gotta
back on
defend
Spike TV.
PBC at all costs.
Yeah,
Like
Amazon
y'all,
ain't fucking with y'all like that.
y'all on
I'm
Amazon. Y'all
sorry,
gonna be on
Tommy.
Prime. Y'all gonna be on Prime. Y'all gonna be on Black Prime next year. All kind of shit. Motherfucker, y'all gonna be fighting
They
on
ain't gonna
Twitter
be.
the year after
No,
that.
they just gonna keep running their fighters out and eventually probably merge with ProBox and fight on YouTube.
Y'all losing fighters left and right. Didn't David Benavidez go to Golden Boy?
Matter of fact, I'm glad you said that. Matter of fact, what fighter have they signed in the last 3 or 4 years? Who signed there if their feet stuck in the ground? Who signed? Tell me one fighter that signed with the PBC. You give me one. Anybody?
2 cents said, what the F
Hmm.
that got to do with what we talking about?
I don't know. They got off topic, but I'm rocking with it. I'm gonna rock with it. I ain't gonna run. I ain't gonna run from a conversation. Tommy
We
started
asking
it. You can.
questions on why this is a damn topic for the past 2 weeks, and then the only focus is Devin
Hey,
name.
Tommy Hill, why don't you
That's where the
hop up
fuck
here so
that's
I can
coming
ask you
from.
some questions, Tommy Hill?
Oh, he
Like,
trying to
Don't
damn.
interrogate you.
don't yell
He
from all the
trying.
way down there, man. Come on up on the
Yeah,
panel, bro.
he
Come up
said,
on the panel and say
climb
and
up to the
speak your
pedestal,
piece,
bro.
bro. You know, I let everybody talk up here, man. Come on, Tommy.
Yeah, man. Tommy the Hitman Hill, bro. He about to come up here and throw some left and rights. Better watch out.
Where you at,
Did you?
Tommy? Step to the front of the
I told
congregation,
you ain't
bro.
got the thing in the chat though.
Oh, it ain't? Let me see.
Hey.
No,
I
that's what I
gotta
was saying to you
I gotta
earlier.
pin the joint. Hold on.
Oh shoot, what I do?
All
Oh, it's
right, I got
finally
it now.
close up. It's finally close up.
Man, we don't even need to read it to know that it need change, man. That's what I
But
want to
I'm
say.
so you wanted me to read it, right? That's what I was about to do.
Yeah, that's
But
what
all right,
somebody
Yeah,
said,
so
you
but
can read
it's
it
it,
says
Cover.
long,
Yeah,
ain't
yeah,
it?
yeah,
it
It's
yeah.
says
long,
well it
ain't it?
says
Yeah.
public law 106 210 106 Congress, right? An act to reform an unfair anti competitive practices in the professional boxing industry. Be it an act by the Senate and the House of Representatives of the United States of America Congress Assembly, Section 1, short title. This act may be cited as the Muhammad Ali Boxing Reform Act.
You just read
Sec
another
2,
one.
fine. Yeah, it don't say anything. It's just telling us it's the introduction. Section 2 is with the findings. The Congress makes the following findings. Professional boxers differ from other major um, interstate professional sport industries in the United States, and that is operated with our private sector associations, league, or centralizing industry organizations to establish uniform and appropriate business practices and ethics and ethical standards.
Get back up
This
here,
has
2 cents. Ain't nothing wrong with your signal.
yo, you stupid.
You dropping
This
laughing
has
emojis
yo,
and
you
all of that, a
stupid as
bunch of
shit.
comments. Get back up
This
here.
has led this has, this has led to reports occurrence and disrupting the co- coercive business practices in the boxing industry to determine of professional boxing net nationwide.
Nationwide.
Uh, State officials are the proper regulators of the professional boxing events and most protected of welfare of the professional boxers and serve as public interest by closely supervising boxing activities in the jurisdictions. That's crazy. That's important right there. State boxing commissions do not currently receive adequate information to determine whether boxers competing in their jurisdictions are being subjected to contract terms and business practices which may violate state regulations or are um, enormous for confiscation. Excuse me. Promoters who engage in illegal uh, conversations, basically, or unethical business practices can take advantage of the lack of ethical business standards in the sport of holding boxing events in the state of weaker regulations oversights. The sanction, well, number 4 says the sanctioning organizations which have prolif- prolif- pro- damn, I can't see. Hold on a second. Prolifer- Proliferated, excuse me, in the boxing industry have not established credible and objective criteria to rate professional boxers and operate with virtually no industry or public oversight. That says a lot. Their ratings are susceptible to manipulation. Damn. Have deprived boxers of unfair opportunities for advancement. Damn. And have undermined public confidence and integrity of the sport. Damn, damn, damn. I mean, need I say more? Open competition in the boxing industry has been damn, bro.
Significantly.
Significantly interfered with the restrictive, excuse me, and anti-competitive business practices of certain promoters and sanctioning bodies to determine of the athletes and the ticket buying public. Common practices of promoters and sanctioning organizations represent restraints of interstate trade in the United States. That's big, bro. That's big. That right there says why it's basically everything you just said, frequent in a nutshell. Like the promoters and the sanctioning bodies are taking advantage of the fighters. They're not allowing the fighters to um basically in the state, not even just the fighters, it's the states too, like the what do you call them, the
New York
like the
State
athletic
Athletic
commissions.
Commissions.
Yeah, the athletic commissions and stuff like that. They're basically kind of like out of certain things. It's kind of weird, bro. It's a lot of shit going on here.
Right, but
A
this is my
lot.
whole point. Like, motherfuckers are sitting up here listening to Oscar De La Hoya, out of all people, like he's righteous
Oscar
and
got cooked on
forthcoming.
that joint though.
I know he
Yeah,
did, bro. Like he the shadiest one. They like, oh, let's listen to Oscar. Like, are you fucking serious?
Like
Like,
they
get the
talking about
fuck out
Rolly
of here,
Romero
bro.
don't lie. Rolly Romero telling lies all through his
That's what I'm
interviews.
saying, bro. This motherfucker, goddamn, like, okay, if you're gonna listen to Ro Romero, at least go look at the tweets of what Devin was trying to say. Just so, I
Trying to
mean, you can at
pretend
least
like he ain't had no darn
right.
mandatory that took him out of the Pacquiao fight.
Like, let's be objective about this shit. We only want to listen to Rolly and Oscar. Who the fuck listens to Rolly and Oscar? Are you
so
fucking kidding me?
this is part of the original one, right? Protecting section 4 here, protecting from exploitation, professional boxer safety and Act of 1996, whatever the rule is, and the amendment by redesignating sections 9 to 15 as sections 17 and 23 respectively. You gotta go read that. I'm not going down to 15, 17, and all that shit. But anyway, it basically says that they're basically protecting the fighters from which they're supposed to be protected from, basically. Again, I don't see nothing wrong with what they did. They just offered an option for, the fighters to be more independent and have more options for manager. Basically, to put it lightly, the whole virtual T shit basically is illegal. That's what they're saying. Like what Oscar did, he trapped him into a contract, which is legally binding him to Oscar making his decisions instead of his manager and himself and being able to make
Yeah,
decisions for himself. That's basically what they're saying at the end of the day.
yeah,
So,
we knew that. We knew that. When you
so
under contract, you
no,
can't do
yeah,
nothing. Yeah, we knew that.
So that's what they're saying, that there's the loophole that they're putting these guys in. The same thing with the sanction about it. Yeah, you can go fight and be our champion, but as soon as we decide that we want to pull you away from the what's the name, we will do so. Yeah, you can read that. You can read that shit down.
Yeah,
I'm
we knew
actually
that
exiting
shit.
that now. I don't need to be on two streams at the same time. But yeah, that's what it is. But like I said, I don't get into none of this garbage. Again, I'm only here for the entertainment. I stop paying attention to outside noise. I focus on the fights, and that's all I care about. Now, if it becomes a problem where it screws up fights, then it's a problem. But if it's going to help make fights, like Zuffa wants, and like Dana or whoever else is involved, Nick Khan, they want to have 1 versus 2 or 3 versus 1. If the guy gets hurt, the next
2 Cents,
guy
why
up is
don't you
going to be
come
like
up
number
here and read
five.
the rest of it?
Don't stop reading.
Like,
Listen,
man,
I just
Why
like
don't
we
you
got
come
it
up
up
here and
here
read the
now.
rest of it? 2 Cents,
Yeah, you
or
should have
tell us
kept that
what,
up there.
or tell
what
us
am
the
I
parts
what am
that
I
we
missing?
missed of it. We not trying
Yeah,
to sit
yeah.
here this whole live and read
That's yeah.
um
I'm not gonna
the
go through
whole
the whole
Muhammad
thing. I
Ali
mean,
Act revision and all of that.
the introduction kind of is just a summary of what it was. I mean, why do I have to go down the line? It went from there to acts, so I can go
I
back
mean, we
in and
should.
read that.
I mean, I was thinking you can go from 3 to 7 or some shit like that, where you just like skimming through, like you just going from act to act, like going from bullet point
I
to
mean, you can, but then you got to
bullet point.
pinpoint what's important. I mean, somebody has to go in there and
Hell yeah.
like highlight. They got to highlight the important parts so you can just read those parts. That's something that frequent could doctor or somebody else they want to doctor and bring it up. What's the what you call it, the positive points and the negative points of it. Other than
A
that, man,
a
nah.
2 cent, a 2 cents. Did you put it? Did y'all read it on your one of your lives or whatnot? You pulled it up and y'all went through the whole thing with a fine tooth comb or something.
All right, because
Like I'm
I
curious because
haven't even heard. Listen, they saying all these people didn't read it, and I haven't heard nobody take a deep dive into it. They just circle back to that
I'm
Devin Rowley negotiation shit. Nobody has deep dive into it, but read it, I
But
guess.
no,
That's what we
that's
trying
I'm
to
right
figure
asking
there.
out.
her
What's
if
a
she
deep
did.
dive?
I guess people can check 2 cents
Yeah, I
page
ain't talking
out. You know what
about
I'm
y'all,
saying?
of
She went
course.
through it.
I ain't
But
talking
that
about
right
y'all, of
there in
course. Yeah.
itself, no, I'm saying that in itself though is a reason why the Ali Act is a problem. Like just that situation. It's not because it's Devin and I root for Devin in certain situations and stuff like that. Oh, it's wrong. What they doing to him is wrong. People going to keep making excuses because of the likeness. You know what I mean? Like I said, there's a lot of who I don't like, who I do like situations, and that's a problem. Instead of just getting out the way of yourself and just being a fan or just being an acknowledgement and understanding what things are, you got too many people trying to give examples of things that are really painted narratives, and they're trying to prove these facts without having the facts. That's it. The
Yeah.
man put the facts on the screen. Everybody read it, but the interpretation is what they really mean is this. Well, how do you know what they really mean
That
if you don't
that
have
right
them?
there was just that right there was just the revisions though, right?
Yeah, that was a revision.
Oh man.
I ain't getting back on the computer.
No, you
Yeah.
don't feel like bringing it back up.
Man, I done moved into another room, man.
No, but what you
I done
think? What you
shut
think about the original topic that we was originally cooking on though, right? We was talking about Devin Haney going to Zuffa boxing, and his next fight being Richardson
is
Hitchins possibly.
is
You
he
know,
really going? Is he really going to Zuffa
listen,
though?
man.
he said he
Listen,
already there,
listen.
and that fight is almost done.
Well,
But
he
I
tweeted
don't
I'm gonna
that.
know.
tell you. I'm gonna tell you how this is gonna work out.
Hold on. He
Yeah, he
tweeted
tweet.
that.
Yeah, he tweeted it.
Yeah, he tweeted. He tweeted that. Yes. Um. This is what's gonna happen. You're gonna end up. This is either going to be him fighting on Zuffa, or you're going to see somebody offer him money to keep him in a fight away from Zuffa, so they get an opportunity to fight for that belt. This is just listen. It is what it is. As much as we don't like Devin, he's still one of the biggest names in the sport, and him going to Zuffa is going to change the whole landscape of boxing because he's one of the biggest names. Some of the other names, yeah, they're big names, but they're not one of the biggest names. If Canelo's on there, he's the biggest name, period. Right? If Gervonta's on there, he's another biggest name, period. But the fact is, we're going with some of the biggest names in the sport, right? Which is a top 30 fighters in the world signed to Zuffa. You know what I mean? Jai
Yeah, I
Bata's
can
a big
tell.
name, but
I
he's
can.
not.
But
Yeah,
hold on. I can tell Devin is all of us because motherfuckers can't keep his name out of motherfuckers' mouth for like the past 2 weeks over some punk ass negotiation.
Yeah, let me get that two.
Like we've been
listen,
trying to move on from
Let me
that
get
I
that
shit.
guess.
super chat real quick. Yo, shout out to 2 Cents Boxing with the $2 super chat. She said, "Devin is all of us." You know what I'm saying? He just responded to it. You know.
Straight cash. Last
Amen.
me and my family for the rest of our lives. I'm rich, bitch.
Yeah, but I
Okay,
wanted to
word.
this right here. Dang, what that? Okay, here go right here. I wanted to look at this right here. What Hunter said. He said the Ali Act
All
was
in.
okay. The boxers weren't smart enough to hold their promoters and managers accountable. Well,
Exactly.
when you say it's okay, man, I disagree with that, man. You know,
No,
because the
what he's saying is that they allowed the promoters to put up these fancy contracts and put the fighters in a bond, a bind. I mean, a bind.
I
And when
mean,
they put them in a
but that's not the only thing. That's not the only thing that
yeah,
that's
yeah,
that's
it
not the
allowed.
only that's not the only thing though, Ray. Is what I'm saying. Like that's why I wouldn't say that the Ali Act was okay. Well, from this comment, it kind of sounds like you're saying like the Ali Act is okay the way it is now. You know, just leave it alone. Is that what you're
Yeah.
saying, Hunter? No, I disagree. Then I disagree because you got for one.
Well, the word
You for one
was the
you got the promotion, the sanctioning bodies are able to make multiple belts and give different powers or sort of say to the belts or privileges to certain belt holders, you know. So like you got the WBA regular and the super belt, you know.
but
You got you making the regular champion
but
handle all the mandatories
frequent
that's there, you know, because of the Muhammad Ali Act. But you're getting
frequent.
around it because you're saying the true champion is this
He's
guy up here who don't really have to have those fights.
but,
So
but
you
frequent
making a secondary champion who's
Hey,
considered the fake
fre-
champion by everybody.
but here's the
frequent.
thing, Flyer.
What's
Here's
it?
the thing,
Oh, go
Flyer. They
ahead.
talking just a second. They talking all of this shit about these belts and all this other shit, but what good is the belts if you can get your ass whooped and be put right in the conversation for another belt? How the fuck are y'all real champions then? So what? So why should the belt? So it's like, why should the belts even matter in the first place?
Right.
If
But here you
Zuffa
go.
belts
Right.
don't matter, if Zuffa belts and all that other shit don't matter and shit, but
So
like, what are these other companies doing? Like niggas is getting their ass whooped and getting more title shots.
right. But let's
So
dissect.
like,
Go ahead. My bad. I'm sorry, bro. I thought you were
no,
finished.
no,
My
no, no, no.
bad. Go ahead.
I'm finished. I'm finished. I'm finished. I'm finished.
So frequent. I think the key word you missed was in Hunter's sentence, right? And understand what he's saying is he's agreeing with you, right? But what he's saying is when the Ali
Hold
Act was
on.
put in
You don't
place.
gotta tell me what he's saying because he here now. I'm about put him
Oh,
up.
he about to tell you right
Yo,
now.
salute,
All right,
salute,
word.
bro.
What's
Yeah,
going on?
he
No,
can
what I'm
explain
saying is
himself.
this: the Ali Act was good. It was good. I mean, yeah, of course, anything can be made better. There's no doubt about that. But the thing about bosses weren't smart. I mean, like who did it? I think Hagler did it. Hagler was smart enough, like, yo, Bob Everman, give me my shot. So if you don't stand up for yourself in anything, you're gonna get got, and that's all it was. I mean, yeah, of course it could be better. Anything could be better, but the
What
bottom
could
line is
David Benavidez have done to get that Canelo shot?
That's what he's saying.
right. I mean, you got to be like, yo, I want this. I'm
He
going to
he
take.
was like, yo, I want
But he
this fight.
didn't. Hagler took him to court.
Right.
You got to, yo.
So
Jesse
you
Davis should be like, yo, I'm gonna take the WBC. I think it was WBC to
Yeah.
court.
so y'all think he could have took the WBC to court to get that title shot?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if he
Yeah.
would have won,
Yeah.
but yeah, he could
Absolutely.
have.
Yeah. Yeah. Because he was the mandatory and he was the intern for 3 years. Yeah. Absolutely. He could have probably won that case. And he's been begging for the fight. I mean, it's stupid to do so. I
Right.
think you just don't waste money with a corporation like what I mean, like the WC who has millions and millions of dollars, and they're all lawyers anyway behind the scenes, that run these companies.
But
But
like
but
but look at what happened though. We had it started with Jamal Charlo. We had Jamal Charlo, pressing them for the fight, and they gave Jamal Charlo the regular belt, and then he got the franchise belt, right? Canelo got the
yep,
franchise belt, which made him not have to fight. No mandatories and nothing like that. He was able to move up and down in the weight classes, right? Now
yeah,
I don't know if he still had that status, with Benavidez, and I'm pretty sure it was the WBC though. The WBC belt, the rankings that Benavidez was in, that he was trying to get the shot with Canelo on or whatever.
right.
But we know they
Well, let
created that franchise champion. Canelo was still able to hold the franchise belt, and so he didn't have to. They didn't make him fight him.
right. Well, let's also remember this too. Frequent. Let's look at it from the WBC
So
standpoint.
you could have sued them because they had the franchise
No,
belt.
no. Hold on. Let me look at it from the WBC standpoint. Right. Yes, he was the mandatory at one point. Yes, he was the interim champion. But what did he do when he had the chances? What did he do? He had two chances with that title. And both chances he got stripped of those titles for legitimate reasons. One, drug testing, and the other was uh, what was the second time?
Was
Refusing
it
to
the
fight
scale?
somebody, right?
Was it the scale?
The scale, yes, lost on the scales. Thank you. So what I'm saying is, like, how can I be trustworthy to give this guy a shot to be the champion of my division? This is like a corporate. I'm just talking corporately, right? How can I get this guy a title shot, even though he may deserve it? And I could just be like, yo, listen, I got a better move for you. Why don't you move up and wait? We'll give you a title shot up there. If they don't give you the title shot, we'll just reward you the title, which they did, right? They was able to do so. Yes, they're protecting Canelo at
But
the
the
end of the
but the
day. We
Muhammad
all
Ali Act is supposed to protect against that. Is my whole point though.
But you got to bring it up to
right,
somebody to let them know, yo, they're breaking this. They're breaking this law. If
right.
I could go out and kill somebody, if don't anyone didn't see me, or don't anyone tell me, guess what? I'm gonna get away with it.
Yeah,
Yeah, the
I
Muhammad
guess.
Ali. Yeah.
Yeah, bro.
Listen,
See, no, but see,
listen, I don't care
I
nothing
guess
about
it
that
sounds
shit.
like y'all don't see it though. The loophole. You know what I'm saying? Because the Muhammad Ali Act is saying that the fighters have the right to climb the ranking system and get a shot at the title. But what they did
Yeah,
was they just created another title. And so technically you're still getting a shot at the title, just not the new title that they made. And they're writing in their rules that this is the true champion. That's a champion too, but this is the true champion. And this the
Well,
secondary
no, because
champion.
I mean, I don't think that really matters anything because anytime anybody brings up the franchise belt, um, people are, well, he's not the real champ, right? And the other belt, so it's
We the
like,
people were saying that, but the
well, no,
WBC wasn't saying that.
well, no, Suleiman was like, well, for instance, when Loma got the franchise, Suleiman said, "Yo, this is our champion."
no, he didn't.
To who?
No,
He
he
said
did
who's the
too.
champion? He
He
said
said no.
both
I heard him
actually.
say he was like
He
Loma's our
said both
champion.
actually. First he said that Devin was the true champion, but then he came back and said that Devin was the pride champion and Loma was the champion.
Right.
So
I
it was
mean,
like which one is it?
but see
You
the
know?
whole thing, right? And and I've always said that was the confusion behind that whole thing. I've always said, yo, Suleiman just made something that was dumb more dumb by confusing the whole thing with who's the pride champ and all that stuff. They should have just dropped that pride belt when he said it. Like, come on, you ain't gonna just sit up here and I'm the pride champ. What kind of bullshit is that? So I mean, but I think with Zuffa, if see the whole thing with rankings, it's all subjective. That's the problem with ranking. There's no concrete formula for rankings. If there was one, they could easily just use it. But because there is none, it's always going to be up to because let's think about it. Let's say if Dev goes to
Hunter,
Zuffa,
you see where Zuffa boxing comes in at though?
no, I
You
understand.
don't have
No,
you don't
I don't
have
have
this hold the
I don't
back.
have a problem with Zuffa, but sooner or later Zuffa's going to become like the rest of them because they all started out relatively honest. But Zuffa's going to, they're going to see where money's kind of like, well, do we want to put this person to fight this person? I mean, it's going to come down. It's going to eventually come down to
When we look at the
what they think is the
UFC,
better fight.
when we look at the UFC, that's one thing about the UFC. We always know who's next in line to fight who's going to fight who in the UFC, right?
I don't watch
Why?
UFC,
Why
so I
is
don't
that?
know.
It's always the best of the best. They'll never bring that shit up about Dana White. He gonna put them fighters in there that motherfuckers want to see. The best of the best.
Exactly. Like you're not going to just get no title shot out of nowhere. You just coming in. You get a title shot on your second fight. Your second and third fight, or you take a loss and then your next fight you're back on top. You're back
Well,
at
yeah,
the top of the
I've
rankings.
never liked that.
You
Unless
got Lomachenko lost to Devin Haney and petitioned the WBC to remain at number one, and they obliged, and he was still number one when Shakur was supposed to be the next in line. And Devin Haney just refused to fight Loma, and went ahead and sent Shakur offer. Like this the corruption that we done
don't
with,
go
bro.
down that road. Don't go down that road with who said no.
No, we're not gonna go down that road. I just mentioned it because of to point out the corruption that we tired of this corruption, bro.
No,
You know
I
what I'm saying?
understand. I mean,
Something gotta
corruption's a part of
give,
boxing.
man.
It's never bothered me with all the corruption crap because it's whatever. That's just how things are. With Zuffa, I think Zuffa's going to be good for boxers who more than likely have a ceiling a ceiling to what they can do. So they'll give them a chance to hit that ceiling. But if you're a star, actually superstar, and your ceiling is I don't want to say unlimited, but your ceiling is definitely, you could go through your ceiling, so to say, then Zuffa may not be for you. So it all depends on where you feel as though you are in your career, or you are, because let's face it, these boxers could talk all they want. They know it's like playing basketball. You know who's good, you know who's not. You know how you fit against somebody else. They can brag and boast all they want about certain things, but they know.
Look though, Hunter. I think that it's for those fighters too, though. Because if you a star in your own right, if you a mega star, and Zuffa know they got from the gate, they know that they got to come to you with something that's worth your while. They can't shortchange you because you a star and you already can make money outside of them. So if they come at you with some money with a proposition, they're gonna have to come at you with something more substantial than what you can already do on your own, or elsewhere. So you gonna get a huge guarantee or something. They're gonna have to come with the bag, in other words. So I disagree with that. I think that it can be something favorable for a mega star as well. Like if Javante Tank Davis, made it back to boxing and thought about going over to Zuffa, I think he would get it'll be a huge bag for him, to fight like maybe a 2-year deal or whatever, or maybe even a one-off a 1-year deal, 2-fight deal or something like that,
But remember what Dana said. Dana was like, well, first he said, we ain't gonna do business with the other sanctioned bodies. Then he changed it up, and he was like, well, we'll do it on it's a case by case basis. When he said case by case basis, in my opinion, he's saying, if I think my Zuffa boxer can beat a WBC, WBA, WBO, IBF champ, I will take that fight.
Yeah, I was gonna say that too. When he's talking about entertaining the working with the sanctioning bodies, he's just talking about their champions.
Right,
But I'm
yeah,
talking about
right.
people like if you're a mega star, you're above the belts, right? Yeah, well, that's the narrative that people push.
Yeah, if you're a mega
If
star,
you're a
you're
mega
pretty much above
star,
the
you can
belts.
make
Yeah.
money on your own. See, that's one thing about the belts. When you're climbing the ranking system, the reason why these fighters want to get the belt because it's
You all
proven
right?
that once you get the belt, you're going to start making more money automatically because you got the belt. And but somebody who's a mega star, they can generate all of this money on their own. They above the belt, so it doesn't matter to them, if they can keep their belt with them when they go over there. Like, I don't know. I don't understand why some of these fighters, hold on to the belts instead of dropping them after they get the accolade. You're not going to lose the accolade. You already was the champion of that division, which was why Bud did what he did. He collected the belts, became undisputed, dropped them, didn't even worry about defending them, moved up to the next, weight class or whatever, and did the same thing, because when you drop the
Floyd
belts,
do
you
the
still
same
got
thing.
the accolade. You got it
Boxers do it
already.
all the time, but boxers have always done stuff like that. Floyd is probably the biggest name that who did it. Because Floyd would drop it, somebody else would pick it up, and then Floyd would fight that person who picked up the belt. I mean, that's why he got all those back-to-back champ, whatever.
Yeah, because he fought another champion. Yeah, that's
So
what I mean.
but that's fool's gold the way he did it, but he did it that way. So it is,
Yeah, and that's why I didn't stand the dude from earlier, because talking about Floyd fought for money. No, Floyd has fought the most champions ever. So I'm like, I just be looking at niggas crazy when they come up here just saying stupid ass shit that they get away with on other channels and shit like that. He fought for money and legacy. Period. Point blank. He just ain't go undisputed. That's it.
I mean, and look, Zuffa's. If I'm Zuffa, if I'm running Zuffa, and I want Dev to come fight, I'm gonna pay Dev some extra money because he's a decent name in boxing. I'm gonna pay him some extra money, and it's because it's a win-win for Zuffa. Dev is gonna get paid. That's really his only win, so to say, is the money. And at this point in his career, the money, I can understand that. He's been undisputed. He's multiple division champs or whatever. But Zuffa's looking at it like, all right, our first win is just getting him over here to fight. Because Hitchins wasn't moving the needle for anybody. Berlanga wasn't moving the needle for anybody. Because you need somebody that some casual fans know. And Dev kind of fits that mold. I think Dev, Shakur would have, they're interchangeable in my mind when it comes to Zuffa. Because either one could have went over there because they probably got a little bit, their star status is not that, not that far off. Dev probably has a little bit more star status, but it's not that far off. And Zuffa, if I'm Zuffa, I'm like, all right, let's get Dev over here. Pay him whatever money we got to pay him. And if he beats Hitchins or he beats Ben, we ain't lose nothing because he was expected to win. But if they beat him, then now you have a situation where they can basically beat their chest, brag, boast, all that stuff. Yeah, we had somebody come over to fight one of our fighters, and Dev lost. So that's a win-win. In my mind, it's definitely a win for Zuffa because again, they really have nothing to lose but money. And they I don't know who's really backing who. There's just 100 million different rumors about who's backing Zuffa or not. But if it's Turkey, he's used to losing money anyway. So to him, it may not make a difference. So I think Zuffa's in a very good position if they could get a fight. Hey, Dev, Shakur, Tank, any of them, and they're being more of they'll be even better off if whoever they sign beats that person. Because then it'll be almost like a top ranked PBC situation where top ranked like, yeah, PBC, y'all are all right, but our fighters beat y'all more than y'all beat us. So I think that's how Zuffa's probably looking at it.
Look, if this true right here, she said corruption will never leave boxing. It's going to be, I don't know what she was about to say. I guess she's about to say, even more corrupt with Zuffa. I mean, that's
She's
you
arguing against
speculating.
corruption. She's
Yeah.
arguing against corruption when it comes to Zuffa, but
Look,
defending it when it comes to
I was gonna
everybody
say,
else.
I
I don't
thought she was gonna.
understand.
I was gonna say, so why you fighting it so hard if
I
it's
don't
already
understand,
corrupted?
bro.
It's already corruption, but you're saying, oh no, we don't want Zuffa because it could be corruption. It's
Like
already
she's,
corruption. So
what are you debating
we can't
yourself?
get no worse. We can't get no worse.
They can't get no worse than this,
We need
bro. No
change,
worse.
man.
It
We
ain't
need
no
change.
worse, bro. Like, come on, man.
He talking about 2 cents is right. I'm tired of that lie. What lie?
Shit, let them think she right. Shit, fuck it.
I mean, we want to know what
I'm just
Zuffa's
wondering
about
what they
until we
talking
know what
about.
Zuffa's about.
That's what I'm saying, man. It's early as fuck, and they already trying to stamp some shit up on them, man. That's my whole thing. Like, let's get something going first before we talk shit, man. That's all. That's all we saying. Like, fuck. Can a nigga get some time in?
What do you hold on? What you think though? She said, I never said I don't want Zuffa. I'm just telling y'all what I think. What do you think?
Oh my gosh, what
I don't know.
I don't. Yeah, you'll never know. No, nobody.
Yeah. Hey, Ray Davis, you still here, Ray? Ray.
Hell nah.
Oh, we lost Ray. Here for boxing salute, bro. Oh my God, let me see. He said they mad at Zuffa because the PBC is dead. He said that the PBC dead.
PBC been
The
dead for
last
15 years.
PBC
It's
star
whatever.
is Fundora.
And they
Man, you know what?
and Fondora selling 40K pay-per-views. So shit. Must be.
So those pay-per-view numbers came out
Hell yeah.
from who?
We not getting frustrated. Why you say that?
I'm just asking for. No, I'm just saying for.
Oh
Oh,
no, I'm talking about 2 cents
So
comment
who the
right
number?
there.
Who did the numbers come out from?
Oh, that was with Glazer.
Oh, okay.
Let me see.
Now, no, okay. So does Rick
Yo,
Glazer know the
You're
yo, bro.
PPV.com numbers, or does he know the actual prom numbers?
He come out and talk about everybody's damn fight.
So how did he get
yeah,
this? How did he
we
get?
don't
Hold
know.
on,
We
hold
don't
on.
know how he get his what he get where his sources is from or whatever.
I
We don't
mean,
know who his sources is. You know, he
so
just come out with numbers and we take
my
it
whole thing
with a
is
grain
this:
of salt.
with Amazon Prime sells separate from pay-per-view. I mean, PPV.com. Am I bugging?
I thought the fights is on Prime. Fights is on Prime.
No, but you could pay for it through PPV.com, or you could pay through your Prime account.
Oh, Prime account.
Somebody got to change their smoke detector battery, bro. That joint crazy.
Somebody got a smoke detector?
Yeah, that joint going
Yeah,
crazy. Y'all
somebody
too old for
going
that
beep.
shit.
It's like
That's
beep.
crazy.
That's what them girls on the Kevin Samuels joint used to do. The men always got their
Here
battery right, man.
y'all go. Here y'all go with this dude.
Yo, but go ahead. Here
No,
for
I'm just
boxing.
saying
What you got?
when Rick Glazer gives out numbers, I'm always curious to how does he exactly know the numbers? Because
Yeah,
more than likely, I'm pretty sure anybody that works through PPV.com or through Prime.com, there's definitely NDAs and non-disclosures in there about the numbers coming out.
yeah.
That's always,
I don't know where he get his numbers
that's
from.
why when anybody says when Rick Glazer got out the numbers, I don't pay no attention because I'm like, come on, bro, really?
Yo, but let my guy here for boxing get the floor. What's good, yo?
Hey, man, I ain't got a whole lot to say. I just be listening to the victim mentality of certain fans and certain people, man. Like, you ever notice with Javante Davis, everybody's out to get him? You ever notice with the PBC, everybody's out to get them? You ever notice with Deontay Wilder, everybody's out to get him? You notice when Errol Spence got beat up by Terrence Crawford, it was fixed. Yo, why is
Yeah.
the PBC guys always victims of something? Why are they always victims, bro? Like they're either the greatest things ever or they're victims. There's no in between. It's like they just can't be mid. They can't be. Yo, that smoke detector battery gotta go, bro. That's all I got, man. That's on crazy, bro. I mean,
You looking at too much Kevin Samuels, bro.
no, man, I'm fried right now, man. I had like 4 Henny sidecars before I called, man.
Oh man.
Yeah, I'm in the zone right now. Yo, I'm good, baby. Nah, man, I ain't have a whole. I just be listening to these dudes. They're crying nonstop, crying about Zuffa. F Zuffa. But why y'all care, bro? If you don't care about it, don't watch it.
Hey man,
Just
I
simply
welcome
don't
it.
watch it.
I feel like more boxing is better. It's always gonna be better, man.
No, it's
Yeah.
only it's you. Let me tell you something. If Turkey
And
Al
they look
Sheik,
past that
let
part.
me tell you
They
something.
look past that.
If Turkey Al Sheik was best friends with Al Heyman, they would love Turkey. It's
Right.
not
And they
who
would
he
love
Right.
is. It's
Zuffa,
who he's
right?
dealing with.
Right.
That's all it is. If
That's
Facts.
Turkey
right.
if Turkey was dumping money in the PBC and losing millions and millions and millions on the PBC, nobody would care.
But he
Nobody.
put money in the PVC. He already did it. He don't care.
We know that. We know that. But I'm saying if the PBC was his wheelhouse, his bread and butter, they don't have anybody worth talking about. So who cares? Nobody want to see two 37-year-olds fight 10 years late. Y'all should have fought in 2016. Nobody cares anymore. So everything is just like Turkey's the big bad villain because he's not showcasing a bunch of 40-year-olds.
Right. Like,
Nobody
like
Yo,
he
cares
yo,
about
putting
these dudes,
like
man.
like y'all so worried about his pocketbook. Like, nigga, focus on the fucking fight. Nigga, you're
Right.
not the one getting paid, bro.
Man,
You
so
listen,
want to
what? So
they
what?
triple?
So
worry
what?
How you
about how much
mad?
money,
Before, hey,
how much
Hold up.
ho-
How you mad at Turkey for overpaying fighters, but turn around and talk shit about Dana White who's underpaying UFC fighters?
right,
Bro,
Hey,
right,
like
right.
pick a fucking lane, bro,
Yeah.
hey,
and
hey,
stay
look, hey,
there. Like,
Well,
hey,
god
look,
damn.
it's
Ify,
because the
yo,
people
before you
because the
skate, before
it's
you
because
skate,
the
what you think
I'm
about
sorry.
Devin going over to Zuffa and possibly getting the fight with Richardson Hitchens?
Good for
He ain't
him
that
and good
Zuffa
for
yet. He ain't
anybody
that
who could get
Zuffa
it
hey,
yet.
done.
yo, frequent.
Yeah, I was gonna give you the floor right after he answered. You done answering here for boxing?
I was just saying what to the question you just asked about Dev going to Zuffa.
Yeah.
He a free agent. When you're a free agent and you're on boss, you call the shots. You have
That
the
nigga.
autonomy to move around the way you want to move.
Yo, that whole he's his own boss is nonsense. Because these niggas.
Call it what you want. Call it
Man,
what you
call it
want.
what the
That's
Okay,
why
fuck you
you know what
want,
you notice
man.
Devin? You know what
you
Devin?
say he not as
Devin.
wait, let me say this.
Hold
Y'all
on,
Devin
hold
say
is
on, hold
y'all
on,
say
hold
1099
wait, let me say this real fast. Let me
NBC
land this.
employee.
Y'all
hold
say he
on,
not
Devin
his
hold
is
on,
own
Hunter.
boss.
Let
Y'all
him
say
land.
1099. There's
look,
nothing
all
wrong
I'm
with
saying
Hey,
that.
is
man,
this.
shut up, man.
Let
Who you
let him land,
talking?
Hunter. Hold
Hey,
He
on.
it's not nothing.
talking.
Hey,
Y'all
Damn, this
say
nigga ass started itching as
y'all
soon as
say
he said that. That's
y'all say he
crazy.
not y'all say he not his own
Oh,
boss, but y'all cry that he won't sign with a
uh,
promoter.
I don't care.
Right. Like,
He can do what he want to
Which
do.
so he's
He's
his
a
own boss. He
1099.
call his own shots. He's signed to no one, and he makes more money than just about anybody in boxing. Sound like his own boss to me.
No,
They
what
like
they want
boss
him
damn,
to
he
means
all
is
conform
over the
to the
place.
machine, bro.
yo,
They want him to
no.
yo,
But what I'm
conform to
saying
the
is,
If I'm
to the
lying, I'm
I
machine.
don't
crying.
consider that a boss.
Devin
I
make plenty
consider
of
that a
money. He works for
1099.
nobody.
I consider that a
yo.
1099. That's all.
Let me hear Rude. Let Rude get the floor, bro.
No, I just wanted to ask what belt they gonna be fighting for, Richardson?
Yo,
Zuffa belt.
that's what I was
The Zuba
wondering,
belt.
man.
The
Cause
Zuffa
Huh?
I don't
belt.
know the
The
picture.
Zuffa belt?
Yeah.
Yeah. Why would they be fighting for anything else?
They gotta give or something.
Wait,
That's
but
they
Devin
gonna
got a belt
designate
though.
it.
Is it? Do we know if he? We don't know yet if they gonna drop it.
Richardson ain't got no belts.
Man,
No,
I'm
I'm
telling
saying
y'all.
Devin got a.
He
I'm
can
saying
fight for the
Devin got
Zuba
a belt.
belt.
I think one of the stipulations for signing with Zuffa might be you got to drop whatever belt you got. We'll give you money. We'll
No,
pay
but
you, but get rid of them belts.
they were saying that they working with the sanctioning bodies now, so it's kind of up in the air. Like I
Mm.
don't know
So
which one it is, because yeah, I don't know
No,
which
but
one
see,
it
I'm,
that's
I'm
is,
the
but they
saying
problem.
saying they
though,
gonna work
But
with the
that's the problem.
I'm
sanctioning
The
saying,
bodies.
sanctioning
I'm
bodies
saying,
cannot
I'm
sanction that
saying though,
fight.
my nigga, you said when I was on your show, you pushed the cook button on me, and I told you that I can't never see Devin Haney fight somebody that ain't got no belts now.
Hey, that's you though.
No,
That's your
you made it
stipulation
seem
that
like
you
it's
feel
all
like.
about the belts, and now this man ain't got no belt.
I mean, he
It
did say
is
that
about
about
the belt. He do
154.
Hey,
got a
Maul,
belt.
real quick.
He
Who,
did
I'm gonna
say that
who,
take.
about
Hey, yo, I'm
154.
gonna
who?
take off real
Richardson?
fast. Yo,
Hold on.
I'm gonna take off real quick and get my daughter in bed. I'll be back in a little bit.
All right, salute.
All right, Brody.
Who?
oh,
Richardson got a belt?
now we about to go backwards. Here
No,
we
I said
go.
Devin got a belt, and they. Well, I don't know.
You don't know.
I think they both. We don't know the details on it.
So I know
I
that's
don't
right.
even know. We don't
No,
even
hold
know
on,
if
hold
the
on, hold on.
Hold on, let
Hold
me
on.
finish,
Richardson
bro.
got stripped.
Hold
Richardson
on.
got stripped.
For
Let me finish.
sure.
Yo, he got stripped.
Richardson
Yo, Richardson did
Richardson
not
didn't
get
get
stripped. He
stripped, bro.
dropped the
He didn't
belt.
He
get
got
stripped,
stripped.
He
man.
got
He
dropped
dropped.
the belt.
Richardson Hitchins was at
He dropped it.
140, and
He
he
dropped it.
dropped the belt because
Yeah,
he
he
moved
dropped
up
it.
to 147.
Oh, okay.
That's just a
Oh,
fake
okay.
narrative that they pushing on these other channels talking
Well,
about he got stripped because he went over to Zuffa boxing.
Nah,
But he
he
didn't.
dropped
He
it. He
dropped his
dropped it.
belt because he was moving up to 147.
what they fighting
Then
for,
we heard him
man?
going to
They
Zuffa
fighting
Zuba
for
boxing.
that
belt.
Zuffa belt, huh?
We don't know, bro. We don't know the details. We don't even know if the fight. Devin Haney said, he trying to get the fight done, between him and Richardson Hitchens. So the details is not really all there yet. All we can do is speculate on it. We know
Yeah.
Devin Haney got the WBO belt. we know if they both fight over there, it'll probably be the first
Man, who's sleep? Which one of you Devin Haney fans over here
we
snoring?
know it'll be the first welterweight belt. You know what I'm saying?
Nigga
On
over here
Zuffa boxing, so
snoring.
they probably gonna fight for the belt. I don't know. You know, we don't
But
know. All we could do is
Yeah, so is
speculate.
Hello?
Ron Garcia. So is Ron
but
Garcia. He signed the Zuffa too
Mic
because they
check.
talking about him and
Let me
No,
Connor
kick
right?
Ben.
No,
in. Let
right?
me get up
No,
out of
no.
here.
Oscar
They
De La
talking about
Hoya
him and
said.
Connor Ben.
No, Oscar
Yeah.
De La Hoya said that's not gonna happen. You know, because he moved over to Zuffa. You know, Oscar De La Hoya don't rock with them, so he not gonna let none of his fighters fight over there. He definitely
So
not
what
gonna
if
let that happen.
will a
so what if
sanctioning
Devin fight
body
Connor
sanction
Ben
his fight?
instead? What if Devin Haney
Yeah,
fight
he
Connor
could.
Ben instead?
He could. That's another option, but I
He
don't.
gonna
We don't
cook
know.
his ass.
He said he trying to fight Richardson Hitchins though.
But Flyer, this is the big thing. Will the WBO sanction that fight?
He just said that they were working with the sanctioning bodies. Hey, Flyer, can you pull up that tweet? Can you pull up the tweet where he said where he confirming the Zuffa shit, trying to fight Richardson Hitchens? Could you find
Say
it?
it again. Oh, you said pull up the tweet.
Yeah. Could
Yeah,
you
I
do it?
don't got it on deck. I got a screenshot. I'll probably be able to pull it up while y'all go ahead and cook though.
Oh yeah. Go ahead. Yeah, we got time. But yeah, hey, he fucking around and signed a 2-fight deal and get Connor and Richardson Hitchens. If anything, at least that's what I'll do. I mean, damn, y'all giving Connor Ben 15 million.
That was crazy. I was like, yo, really? Kind of Ben?
Connor Ben, $15 million.
Hey, that's another narrative that they trying to push. They trying to say that 15 million for that one fight with Regis Prograis. They talking about it's part of a 5-fight deal. Come on, man.
I think Eddie said
Like
it.
they
Wasn't that Eddie Hearns who said something like that?
Eddie Hearns was speculating on it or
Oh,
whatever, but
I
Eddie
mean,
Hearns is mad because he left Eddie Hearns and signed with Zuffa Boxing. You know what I'm saying? And Zuffa came out and it announced the one fight deal with Regis Prograis, and then immediately after that, you know, they announced a new 5-fight deal, and everybody trying to make it seem like they trying to mash the two deals together and say that 15 million was for them 5 fights or whatever.
Because it
And
don't
that
fit their narrative, man. It
yeah, they try to push
it
a
don't fit
narrative all
that,
the time.
yeah. It don't fit
I
that hate
mean,
Zuffa narrative, man.
anytime people talk money, I try to ignore it because I don't really know. So it's whatever.
Yeah, you gotta take it with a grain of salt.
Right,
You know what I'm
exactly.
saying? When you hear, you know, a lot of people talking about these things on these panels, you know, because a lot of times they be having, you know, underlying motives and stuff, you know, and it's just all crazy, you know, how they be pushing these narratives out here that, you know, they be speculating on and they try to push it as if it's actual fact, you know. But yeah, I can't find that tweet though. Y'all go ahead and cook on it though. Who y'all think gonna win that fight though?
Which one?
Oh
If they
yeah.
do make the fight,
Which
if
one?
Devin Haney and Timu Hanos do fight,
Hitches
I call Richardson
Hitches or
Hitchens
Ben?
Timu Hanos.
Yeah,
But
I'm rolling
if
with
him and Hitchens do fight, who y'all got and why? Like
shit.
break it down.
I'm rolling with Devin though, but shit, what's the name? Richardson Hitchens said he was whooping Devin Haney ass and sparring and shit.
And that's another thing I'm tired of hearing about
Man,
sparring. Yeah,
right.
it's like, come on, man, really? Devin, that might have
That's
been
what I
Devin's.
heard.
That might have been Devin's 10th fight in the ring. You never know. That's why I'm like,
Yeah, that is a factor. That definitely is a factor. Hell yeah.
you know, Richardson just could have stepped in the ring. Devin could have went through 10, 20 rounds by then. So, you know, like I said, you know, start sparring in the salaries or purse talk. Because I ain't in the room. You know, it's a non-factor to me. But I think Devin should be able to beat Hitchens. Um, I mean, even though the only what they only had Cambosis as the same opponent, and yeah, Richardson Hitchens did Cambosis, you know, way dirtier than Dev. But I think Dev at this size, I think he may have an advantage over Hitchens because I think Dev is probably just a little. I think he's a little bit better boxer. I mean, Hitchens can box. Don't get me wrong, but
He don't
it's gonna be a highly technical counter punching fight, and I think Dev is Dev is prone to wanting to fight, and sometimes it works out, but sometimes it gets him into trouble.
Yeah, it should be a dope fight because Richardson got the longer reach and everything. He got that factor in. They both good at the jab. They both, what I'm saying, good jabbers out here. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, it should be a good one though. It should be real nice.
But like Freak was saying, when I read the thing with Zuffa, the Zuffa's talking about having to, if you want to fight another sanctioned body, it's going to be a case by case basis. That's on like I don't know if the WB who's he got the WBO, the WBO is going to try to box that out. I just honestly I think they may be like, nah, you can't. We ain't gonna sanction that fight, which will be kind of messed up because I don't think that's not good for boxing. But I think it's good for the sanctioned body's trying to hold tight to what they have.
Hell yeah. Yeah. My bad. Excuse me. I'm over here watching my goddamn Knicks, man. So shit. Well, other than that, man, I just hope this little conversation with this Rolly shit just die, man. Because I'm getting tired of this shit and all this Devin Haney has no value and all of that shit, man. I'm tired of hearing that shit, my nigga.
Nah, I mean any boxer
I'm tired of hearing
at
that
their
shit.
status has value. Now, he may think his value is 20 million. Somebody may think his value is 10, but the bottom line is he's gonna have value.
Yeah, he ain't going around asking for 20 million.
No,
Like
I was just,
that's
I'm just saying,
outrageous.
I'm just saying,
I get what you're saying. Just I heard other people say that shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? I heard other people
I
say
don't
that
think
shit.
he'll ever ask for 20.
Like, man,
Now he may ask
was
for 20 if he had to fight somebody like Boots. He may ask for like, yo, I need that 20, something like
nah,
that.
he
He
ain't
might.
gonna ask for no 20.
I
Nah,
would.
it's nah.
I'm like, Turkey, you got to give me
Nah.
20.
He had 20. He got that. They talking as if he got 20 waiting on him for this Ron Garcia fight, but Boots, hell nah. Nah. Kiss that shit goodbye.
No, I'm saying if I'm Haney, I'm going to ask for 20 to
Nobody's
fight
gonna give him
Boots
20. They're not gonna give him 20 for that, G.
because Boots don't play in that ring. I'm taking a hell of a
Uh,
risk going up in there.
it ain't too much of a risk. I mean, shit. You watch Boots fight, he don't keep his fucking hands up, man, and he struggled with movers. Devin's a good mover. He got good
Nah,
footwork and a good jab. Like, yeah,
it's a difference between
you know what I'm saying?
moving and it's a difference between moving and somebody in the ring rock bouncing and rolling and skating because that's what Kukadaji was doing.
Yeah, he
He
didn't
was
have much. He was moving. He just didn't have much offense. I will say that, and that's how he got stopped in the second fight because he tried to put more. He tried to put out more offense and got caught. So hell yeah, but Boots, y'all got that man on a serious pedestal real early, very early. Like I ain't seen nothing to where he's being compared to Crawford and he just levels above all these damn fighters and shit, man. I don't see it. At least not yet. You there?
yeah, I'm here. I mean, I think he is levels above him. He just, I mean, does he get caught? Yeah, he gets caught, but everybody gets caught. I mean, it's just boxing.
Yeah, he
And,
just
and yo, I
the
don't
shit
know
that
if
he
he
got
did it.
caught with. What'd you say?
I don't know if he did a tweet and delete like Tank or what, but I
I
can't
heard it
find
was a
that
fake
joint.
tweet.
I
Yeah,
can't
it
find
had to
that joint.
be. It
I heard
had
it
to
was a
be.
fake tweet.
Yeah, it had to be because that's kind of quick. That was kind of quick right there.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because it was
that's
definitely
kind of
not up there.
yeah, that's kind of quick, man.
I think him and Ryan. What if him and Ryan making that fight?
They should fight
It'll be dope.
No,
Sure, it'll be dope. Whatever.
I don't
Because
know.
we don't know who Ryan fighting. We don't know who Devin fight.
they should fight.
Hell yeah.
I mean that'd be great, but I don't think that Asa De La Hoya is Asa De La Hoya. Last we heard from him, he said it's not going to be no rematch.
Shit,
But
Devin
I
just want
doubt if
but
he
that.
see,
going.
nah, see
I doubt
Devin
if
that's
he
just want
trying to
that
risk his
testing,
fight.
bro.
Y'all know
infrequent.
how he be acting. Y'all know how he be
Infrequent.
acting towards his champions. He don't be wanting them to get into fights that they could lose.
And
So
frequent. And this goes back to what I was saying about the Ali Act. Ryan has to press him. Press him. Like he pressed him for Tank. You need to press him for Dev. Press him.
The only thing holding that
Oh, you
fight
saying
back is
Ryan? You saying
that
Ryan?
monthly
You saying Ryan
is that
should press Oscar De La Hoya?
Hell yeah! If he wants a Dev fight, he should press him.
Ryan don't want the fight either.
Oh, then
that's
it's
because
over.
no, we just want Devin just want that damn testing from now till September. That's what he was trying to get, and that's the only hold up. That's the
Man,
only hold up.
I don't
And the
believe that. Know why?
WBC clean boxing program.
Yeah, I mean,
Exactly.
he's in the
That's what I was
WBC.
gonna
Yeah,
say.
he's
They
in the
claim
WBC
that
anyway.
he in the WBC clean boxing program. So that can't be it. He just don't want to fight.
The
How you
WBC
know frequent? How you
clean
know he don't want to
boxing.
fight?
Because
He said Vada.
if you saying that Devin Haney, if the only reason that y'all saying he don't want to fight because Devin Haney keep trying to push him to get into Vada, but he already in Vada. So then that means he don't want to
No,
fight. Because why would
the
he be
list is
saying
up
no?
there. No,
Why
he
would
just got off. He just got off. You can look that list up. You can find that shit. His name ain't on it.
I mean,
His name is not on it.
I think that's the whole problem
Well, I
that
mean,
Bill and
ain't
them
no
are
point in
speaking
beating a
on.
dead horse. Then I guess
That's
we
what
might
I
as well
just
move on.
said.
Ain't no point in keep crying about Ryan.
Well, hold on. Who does the
So
WBC testing?
Right.
that's a wrap for that. We'll never see that fight. That's his legacy
Vada
fight.
do.
That's what I'm saying.
The clean boxing program is administered by Vada.
So, I mean, he would have to be on it anyway because he's a champ at WBC, right?
Exactly. They be on it for their fights. Yeah. Yep. But I think the whole idea is Bill Haney is saying that
He won a few months of testing.
he's
A few
saying
months, not just
they only test, when they have a fight coming up. But then when they don't have a fight coming up, Ryan is out, he's faking hand injuries and microdosing and
Is that a
claiming
narrative you
mental
pushing
health,
frequent where you don't know the facts?
is hey, his
No,
last Ryan after Ryan got beat by Rolly Romero,
How do
what
you
did he
know
say?
he's faking?
What did he say?
How do you know he's faking?
Because as soon as the coast clear, he comes right back out and fight somebody.
Okay,
He
so that's the
can't fight
narrative you
Devin.
pushing
He
as
can't
fact, and you
fight
don't
Devin
know if it's
because
true. Got it.
he can't fight Devin because he got a hand injury. But then he comes out and fight Mario Barrios and what? He got a hand injury.
but I thought they wanted the Devin fight much
So
earlier
you're
than the
pushing
Mario
a
fight.
narrative that you don't know is true. I got
I'm
it.
not pushing it. We know that to be true. We
You
know
don't
he
know he
faked.
faked the
what
hand
happened?
injury.
Did he come out and say that he had a hand
How
injury?
do you know that to be true?
Because
I
he
see what you're
came out
saying.
because he
I see what you're
came out
saying.
because
He
he
said he had
came
a
out and
hand
said he
injury,
had
and
it.
now, yeah.
He came
Go
out
ahead,
and
go ahead,
said
go
he
ahead.
had
But
a hand injury,
how
right?
do you know it to be true that he faked it?
I'm trying to tell you because he came out and said he had a hand injury, right? And then what? Like
The
2
Conor
weeks
Ben
late, 2
fights.
weeks later, we see him with a golf club in his hand playing golf. And I said, "Yo, I thought he had a hand injury, y'all." His defender said, "Oh, you can play golf with a broken hand, man. Golf
And
actually
now
fixes your wrists
I
and
and
now
mean,
all
we're
of
hearing
that
this
stuff."
Conor
Hold
Ben
on,
news
That
from hold
type
on,
of
hold on,
stuff.
hold
he
on.
said his
And
wrist was
now
broke.
and now
so
we're
you
hearing this
don't
Conor
know.
Ben news from talking about August, whatever, after he said that about his hand injury. Like he trying to get Conor Ben right now, right now, ready to go for August. Like that's
Again,
what
you
we're
don't
hearing.
know that to be true that he faked the hand injury. You don't know that to be true. You're
No,
assuming,
it
right?
gotta be.
You're
Yeah,
No.
assuming,
it
I'm
got.
right?
saying I'm saying that he said he had a hand injury, right? But now he's talking about, yeah, okay, cool. Let's get this Conor Ben fight in August.
The whole point
That's
I'm
what I'm
trying to
But
saying.
make,
that's
the
but
whole
this the
point I'm
thing.
making is
No,
that
that
frequent
the hand
push
injury was
narratives and
before
say
the
stuff that
Mario
he
fight,
don't know to be true, just
wasn't it?
like everybody else do.
How we don't
Well,
know
he
it to
said
be
it.
true when he came out and said it?
He said it. So he said
He
it.
said he faked the hand injury.
He said
No, he
he
said he
had
got
an.
an injury.
He said he had an. When Rolly Romero beat him, right? And then Rolly Romero said he'll step aside because he think that Devin should still fight Ryan. Ryan said he had a hand injury. And then soon as Devin Fort got into negotiations with Brian Noma Jr., then we heard about Ryan Garcia about to fight Mario Barrios and playing golf with this messed up hand or whatever.
Okay,
Sound
So
hold on.
confusing
You're
as
confusing
hell.
me.
was
It
it
don't
You're
matter
fake or
how
was
many
confusing
it
Yeah,
real?
man,
times
you
So
he.
is
kind of
it fake or is it
confusing,
You're
It
yo.
real?
doesn't
confusing
matter.
me.
Is he
Listen, it
fighting with
doesn't
Oh,
a
you're
matter
gonna
how
have
many
is it
times.
is it just
It
is
doesn't
it just
matter
because
how
of
many
Dev is it
times.
just because of Devin that he can't fight with a hand
Let me know
injury
when I can
or
talk. Let me know when I can talk.
is it is it because of Devin that he can't fight with a hand injury or is he just had an injury just at that time when Devin wanted to fight him but You know, soon as
But
Devin don't want to fight him, he don't have an
hold
hand
on,
injury no more.
hold
sorry,
on,
what
hold on,
you
hold
said?
on. So nobody heard what I just said. I just literally said that Ryan came out and said he had a hand injury, and then Conor Ben fights Regis, and after that fight, they're talking about, hey, we can get this Ryan Garcia versus Conor Ben fight for August.
That's the second hand injury though. That's what I'm talking
That's the
about.
one she talked.
After
That's the one
after the
she talking
fights,
about though.
yeah, but what I said was after the fights, he always claimed a hand injury. After these fights, the last few fights, he claimed a hand injury immediately after the fight.
Well, he did punch Barrios at the top of the head when he knocked him down, so
He did that
I
with
can
the
see
other.
if his
He did
hand
that with the
hurt.
right hand though, right?
Yeah, I can see if his hand hurt though. You know, or you know what
He
I'm
ain't
saying.
say his
I can
right
see
hand
if
was
it's
hurt.
I
He
messed
mean,
said
up.
his
Shakur did
left
the
hook
same
was
thing
Let
hurt.
me know when
though.
I can talk for
You go ahead, you can
I just
talk.
hope
You
you
talking
heard it.
now.
Like,
I don't give a fuck if Ryan Garcia faked a hand injury or not. The point that I'm trying to make is you're up here telling a story that you don't know for a fact to be true, just like everybody else does. That's the only point I'm trying to make. He might have faked a hand injury. I could see how you came to that conclusion. But the point that I'm making is you don't know that to be true. So you sit up here and you say everybody else is spreading narratives when all they're doing is the same thing you're doing, speculating and putting things together and coming up with what they think is happening. That's the only point that I'm trying to make. So stop saying that about how other people they spinning the narrative. They got an agenda. No, they're doing the same thing
wow.
you're
No,
doing. You don't
no,
know that
no,
to
they
be
not.
true.
Know how we say it, know how it's different. Cause you trying to defend you saying that
I'm
the
not trying to
Zuffa
defend
box.
anything.
Yes, you are. You're
I'm
trying to
just pointing it
defend. You're
out to
trying to
you.
defend. Yeah, you're trying to point out to defend. You saying
No,
that
I'm not.
that Zuffa
No,
boxing
don't tell me what I'm
the
doing. I'm not trying to
the
point out
15
anything to
million deal that
defend.
he
I'm
had.
pointing out that you do the same thing. So
Okay, I said okay.
don't
What
try
did
to
I
make a whole
say?
nother argument.
Okay, so what did I say? I said that the 15 million dollar deal, one fight deal that Conor Ben had, you know, with Regis Prograis, you know, was announced by Zuffa Boxing as a separate deal. Y'all came out and just said that it's the same
Nah, it
deal.
ain't
What
true.
proof
Right.
do y'all have from that? What proof? It's no chain of events that happen that make you just should be able to come to that conclusion that it's the same deal. They announced one deal, and then after that deal was done, then they announced another deal and said it's a new deal. But y'all said, no, that's the same deal. It don't make
First,
sense. It don't compare. It's in no comparison. That's no comparison to what you're saying that I did. I said Ryan Garcia came out and said he had a hand injury and then proceeded to fight after he said he had a hand injury. So is he just ducking this fight for a hand injury, or do we really got a hand injury? Do we not
I can
have a
talk now.
really? Do we not have a hand injury?
I can talk now.
Yeah, I'm about to go through a whole other line of the question.
Yeah, she about
I,
to ask me a bunch of questions. Go ahead. You can talk.
it's my turn. Okay. Just because you yell don't mean you're right, frequent. A lot of people believe that it was a multi-fight deal because in the beginning, when the deal first happened, Eddie Hearn was saying he doesn't believe that it's a one-fight deal because if you put it logically, it doesn't make logical sense to pay Conor Ben $15 million to fight Regis as a co-main event. So people think, and then they come out after the fight and announce, oh, we got 5 fights. So Eddie Hearn comes out and he's like, he gonna take him to court or do whatever he got to do to find out the truth. And me thinking that makes more sense that it was a multi-fight deal because it kind of don't make no sense to pay Conor Ben $15 million to fight Regis. So maybe they might have did some slick underhanded shit. We gonna see.
They
And that's it.
overpaid, just like y'all
But
saying.
y'all
That's the
said, but
same
y'all
thing
talking
you
about
just did with Ryan Garcia. That's the
no,
only point that I'm trying to
no,
make.
it's
I'm not
not.
trying to
No, it's
defend
not.
anything. I'm just
They
saying that
overpaid.
you've seen a series of events and you came to a conclusion of what you thought. People seen a series of events of what happened with Conor Ben and Zuffa and the 15 million, and they came to a conclusion of what they thought. That's it.
No,
Well,
but it don't make no sense. That was cute how you tried to say they came out with more fights instead of saying they announced a new deal. Y'all be funny with this
Frequent, don't play
wordplay to try to
semantics with me, bro.
they
say
be
they
funny with
overpay
this wordplay,
fighters.
but it don't work when people swift and they can hear the changes that you make in the different things that you say.
What
Now
change y'all make?
Y'all do say
you
they
try to
overpay
you
fighters
said
though.
they announced a one fight deal and then they came out and announced more fights that they had more
After he,
fights. That's not how it happened. They announced the
that's
fight deal
exactly
and
what they
after
did.
they announced a one fight deal, they specifically said there's a one fight deal for $15 million. Boom, the one fight deal happens, and then
Right.
they announced that he's signing another deal, a new 5-fight deal, because he had the common sense thing with this be able to see is that if he won that fight, then they would possibly sign him for more fights on another deal. But no, y'all want to hate and say, oh no, that
How are we
15, no,
hating?
that was all part of he had the 5-fight deal all along.
How is that hating if that's what I think, Frequent?
Because why? Like, what
Are you
reason
hating
do you
on
have
Ryan
to think
then?
that?
Are you hating
What
on I just told you my
reason do you have to
I
think
just told
that?
you. I just told you.
What reason? You didn't tell
I
me.
just told you. I did. Okay. Comprehension is key. Frequent. How
No,
often do
you
you
said
read?
no.
How
What you
often do you
tried to
read,
do,
Frequent?
is not mention that they came out with another fight deal
I
and just
just
say that,
said he
oh,
had
we
to
had more
fight,
fights. They didn't
and
say we
then
had more fights. That's not the
after
way.
he came,
That was
after
cute the
he
way
fought.
you
That's
put
the
it, but
same
that's
thing.
not
You
the
just
way it
said the
went
same
down.
thing. Frequent. You just said the same thing I said. He fought Regis, and then they came out and said he had a multi-fight deal. What are you talking about?
They came out and said he had a new
I'm not gonna argue
multi-fight deal.
semantics with you. My whole
They said he
point,
had a
I don't
new
give a fuck
multi-fight deal.
what they did. My whole point is you do the same thing. We can move on.
Yeah, it ain't working though. The way your argument ain't working because you trying
Well,
to
damn.
leave out phrases and leave out
I
key
cooked you,
points.
Frequent. Next
See
topic.
the point. See, that's the thing about the truth and a lie. You know what I'm saying? If you can, something can be a truth.
There is no truth and
You
lies
can
here. We're
tell it.
all
You can
giving
tell
our
a
opinions and
sentence.
speculating.
You can write out a
speculation.
sentence and it can be the truth. It can be what actually happened. But then when you start omitting things and removing words, it can change the whole meaning of that sentence. And that's exactly what you're trying to do by leaving out words, key words like new fight deal and stuff like that, by saying we got more fights. No, you trying to add that on to there. I
Frequent.
see
Everybody
what
know
you
what
be
I'm talking
trying to
about,
do.
but you.
Everybody ain't swift, but I'm swift enough to catch you though. You ain't gonna turn the corner on me or move the goalpost or try to omit things. I can see it. And you ain't gonna be able to mute me and throw me off before I make it known and bring it to the light that you did it.
You want a cookie?
Exposed.
But I don't know what you're talking about because everybody else knew what I was talking about, but you. Frequent. How often?
They can see. I
Frequent.
just
Let
explained
me
what
ask
you
you a
did, and
question.
they can see it. They can rewind it back and hear what you said.
Okay.
Both
Congratulations. What's the last book you read, Frequent? Frequent. What's the last book you read?
The last book I read.
Yeah. What's the last book you read from cover to cover?
What
What the
relevance is
hell,
that?
man? What the
Yeah,
hell is
what
going
relevance
on,
is that?
man?
I'm
What's
just
the
asking a
last book
question.
you read? Can you read a book?
Frequent. I just asked the
Like, come
question.
on,
What's the
what the
last book
hell is
you read
this
from
going
cover to
What
cover?
on,
do that have
man?
to do with anything, 2 cents?
What boxing? We talking boxing.
Yeah,
What's
we
going
up here
on,
talking boxing.
man?
You up here trying
Y'all
to
got some
ask,
beef going
you
on,
asking
man.
questions that don't got
Once
nothing to
it
do with nothing.
Frequent.
Y'all got some serious beef going on,
Frequent.
huh?
Why
Hey,
can't you
look,
ever answer a question,
this what
bro?
they do on their channel, yo. They try to coerce you into answering questions the way they want you to answer it, so they could try to corner you or make you look a certain way and don't let you get the chance to speak and throw
So they
you
cook
off
you
or
and dip
mute you or
off.
something. But it
I
don't
just
happen
asked
over
you
here.
what's the last
The
book you
rabbit
read
got
from
the
cover
gun
to
over here.
cover.
You exposed over here. You can't leave out words and paint certain things a certain way to make people see a different picture, because I'm gonna expose it all over here, because you can't silence me, you can't talk over me and throw me off, none of that stuff.
Is
Everything
that
is
why you
exposed.
yelling?
The
Is that
truth
why
is
you yelling?
exposed over here.
But
The
hold
Yeah, I
truth is
on.
told
going to
you.
be
I told you
exposed over
stop.
here.
Hold on.
Hey,
You can
frequent. I told you stop
that be
going
the
to them
problem.
channels and getting jumped, man. I told
Yeah,
you stop going to
you
them
ain't
channels
noticed
and
why
getting
them other
jumped.
dudes don't come over here, because they know that they gonna get exposed. They can't do that to me over here. They
Frequent.
can't throw me off or say, yeah,
Yo, Frequent,
I don't want to
you're
hear
missing
that
the
no more,
point,
and
bro.
cut me
You're
off and
missing
all
the
of that
point.
stuff and throw me off the panel.
I
It
told
don't
you
work
stop
over
getting
here. You
jumped,
just get
man.
cooked.
This
The
is what I'm
fire just
saying.
keep getting higher and higher and hotter and hotter.
That's why you yelling,
Frequent.
Frequent. That's why you yelling at me. Your feelings hurt.
I can yell, I can stay calm, I can do what I want to do over here. The rabbit got the gun over
Frequent.
here. You can't
Frequent.
throw me off and say I'm talking over everybody.
Revenge of the nerds over here.
It
Hold
don't
on.
work over here.
Yo, Frequent. All she's saying is everybody speculates. That's all she was saying.
Yeah,
Why does
to a
everybody speculate when
degree.
Ron
Yeah, to
Garcia
a
said
degree.
what he said? How does everybody
To
speculate
a
when Ron
degree.
Garcia
To a
said what he
degree.
said?
To a
Because
degree,
they're
though, P
saying that,
Hunter.
well, he wasn't really hurt. That's a
To a
speculation.
degree, but yeah, to a degree, people speculate on certain things, but Some things is just obvious. It's not rocket science, though. If
Right.
every fight, if 3 fights in a row after the fight, you say you got a hand injury and you don't want to do no testing, you pop dirty already.
Don't Shakur
Come
say he
on,
got a
man.
hand
You
injury
pop
after every
dirty
fight?
But
already.
hold up, Flyer. Hold up, Flyer.
Y'all wanna
Hold up, Flyer.
they want to
This how
condemn
obvious it
Victor
is.
Conti forever, yo. But they
But
want
hold
to
up.
defend Ryan Garcia.
But hold up, Flyer. It's obvious because this man said he had a hand injury, but let's get Conor Ben in August. Let's get it. That's like 2, 3 months away.
Yo, he literally said he had a
Like,
hand
what the
injury.
fuck?
He said he had a hand injury, and like a week later, he was playing golf. He was in videos playing
Keep going
golf.
past
And I
that.
said, yo, what's up with that? I thought he had a hand injury. You know what somebody told me? Yo, man, golf actually strengthens the wrist. And I said,
But
what
what
the
was
hell?
what was the hand injury though?
From the
Huh?
Barrios fight, of course.
No,
Yo,
That's
after
from
a
what we're
bunch of
hearing.
fights, yo, he got a
But what I'm saying,
he talked about
after the Barrios fight, what was the exact hand injury?
I don't know, but
Shit,
I'm
he
not
said he
even
was hurt.
that's this what I'm talking about, P Hunter. He talking about the Barrios fight. I'm not even talking about that fight. I'm talking about after Rolly Romero beat him. He said he had a hand injury, and Asa De La Hoya said he had mental health issues and it was no rematch and all of that stuff because Rolly Romero said he'd never fight Devin Haney and he was stepping aside because he think they should still fight. And then Ryan Garcia got a hand injury. And now, after the Mario Barrios fight, then Devin Haney and them want to fight him again. He got a hand injury. He can't fight Devin right now. He got a hand injury. But he's steady online talking about he going to end Devin. He going to do this. He going to do that. But he got a hand injury, though. Do he got a hand injury or is he faking it?
I mean, the
Come on,
shit,
man.
everything is coming out his mouth. Everything is coming out his mouth. I'm talking about the most recent. So
He
he
lied.
said he had a hand
He
injury,
say
but
one thing
let's
at
get this
one time, then he say
let's get
something
this
another
Conor Ben
time.
fight.
But they all do that. I've never seen a boxer not lie outside of probably Spence that I can recall.
Flip flop is your shit. Flip flop shit on me. Flip flop on you and shit like that in your face. Don't pray to be flipping the shit.
And
They
that's real.
flip
All of them
floppers,
lie.
bro.
All of them lie. You gonna sit up here telling me that boxers don't lie?
I'm not gonna say boxers don't lie, but
Right. So
but everybody lie. Let he who is without sin cast the first stone. Ain't that what it said, bro?
Which lie you believe and which lie you don't believe.
Who said we didn't believe in Shakur or did believe in Shakur? Y'all brought
No,
that
but
shit up. We
I'm
talking
saying
about
is,
Ryan Garcia,
right? And
though.
I'm saying, Ryan lies. Everybody knows Ryan lies. So I'm not
Well,
gonna.
damn. So what the fuck is the problem then?
Why
Y'all
y'all
coming up with all
defend
these
him
other
so hard, talking
scenarios
about
and
he ain't
shit,
faking
but you
those?
defending the
Defend
shit.
him tooth and nail, talking about he ain't lied.
No,
Come on now.
He ain't
My whole point
cheat.
is this. My whole point
He
is
was
this.
clean. He was set up and all this
Like,
dumb
come
stuff.
on,
My whole
bro.
point is this. If you know somebody's lying, right? If I know,
And we're gonna say it.
If I know I'm dealing with a liar, right?
Sluta Davis did it.
Everything they say is a lie to me. I'm not gonna pick and choose what I believe and what I don't believe. Everything's a
Ain't
lie.
nobody picking and choosing nothing. We didn't say we did believe Shakur or didn't believe Shakur. We're just saying Ryan Garcia talking about his hand hurting. Ain't nobody
Oh
picking
man,
and
2 cents and
choosing.
ran off the panel, bro.
That's why we calling y'all Tank Davis fans, cause yo, like how the hell did Shakur come up? That's quick.
Who brought up Shakur? Oh,
You.
no, 2 cents said Shakur's hands. Shakur lies too. They all lie.
Oh my goodness, man. All right, man. I guess all right. We got you.
That's what. Anytime I see a boxer,
I got you, bro.
I'm like, you know what? Whatever.
Like damn. Like, let's try to make some sense here. Like, we just trying to talk boxing, or we trying to have moral victory, saying you got cooked and hurry up and run off the panel and shit. Like, but that shit's cool though.
Nah, but I mean,
it's diabolical, these narratives they be
my whole
putting.
thing with
Man.
Ryan is Ryan's going. I don't like him. He's just.
Well, you defending him, shit.
I'm not defending him. All I'm saying, if he's a liar, he's a liar. I don't know if he's lying or not. But
Nah, you co-signed in 2 cents and shit. Like, come on, man.
It's all speculation. It is still all speculation. I can't.
And so is Ryan Garcia a racist, bro?
Hell yeah, he's probably racist. Well, him and T.O. as far as I'm concerned.
Is he a cheater, bro?
Yes, he cheated. He had lost the ring. Everybody knows this.
So
I
maybe
mean,
his
I
hand is.
can't tell
So
that.
guess what? Maybe his hand is hurting from taking that shit.
Cheating, lying. You know what I'm saying? He doing I wouldn't
Maybe.
defend Ryan
Speculation,
Garcia
huh?
if I thought
You
he
want to
said
talk about
if I thought he
speculation?
did something right, I won't
He
defend him.
might be.
We
He
want to
might
talk
be.
about speculation. Go ahead and speculate based off of the shit you just said.
Right. I'm speculating.
Like
He's a liar.
you coming in defending the shit right off the back.
Who
Like,
am I
come on,
defending? I'm
man.
not defending anyone. I'm just saying if he's a liar, he's a liar. I don't know if he's lying or not, but more than likely he's lying. So what? I don't care.
Look, I
Hey,
don't get
y'all
this the
talking
whole
about
thing though,
Shakur.
OG.
But
This
hold
the
up.
whole
Y'all talking
thing.
about Shakur though, but he didn't have every time he said it, he didn't have a fucking fight coming up. Or say he was working on
So
a fight
yeah,
coming
okay.
up.
So basically, you're picking and choosing which lie somebody.
No, look, it's two different things though, P Hunter. Come
That's
on,
what we're saying. It's two different
we ain't gonna
fucking
sit here and
things.
fake we ain't gonna sit here and pretend like Shakur Stevenson is backing out of fights or saying that he can't take a fight because of his hand injuries. No, that's not what it is. After he get finished tightening somebody up, then he's saying he got a hand injury, his hands is messed up, but he's still
And we
cooking
seen
them
him.
though.
And
He's
we
still
seen him
cooking
not
them.
throw a we seen him
He
not
not
throw a fucking right hand. We seen him
look,
throw a
he not
jab only in the
he,
fight
look,
for
he
12
Shakur
rounds.
not using it to duck no smoke. He not saying that. He's stopping people with them messed up hands. They was talking about his hands was messed up, and he stopped the guy with them messed up hands.
And he
Come
showed a
on, man.
picture
It
of
ain't
it.
the
And
same, man.
he posted a whole photo for us to see it. And the shit looked crazy.
No, when he was in the hospital. Yeah, I know what
So
you're talking about.
speculation. So what we talking
No,
about?
I never
This
So
guy,
said
this
I'm
guy,
not
I wouldn't.
speculating on Shakur.
I feel
I'm not
like
speculating on
you look.
Shakur's hand.
Look,
I know I
look,
know
P
they
Hunter.
all lie.
I feel like you. Anybody who defend Ryan Garcia on anything just look crazy because it's so many instances where he just tell lies and just crooked with it.
But
So
you can say that about
who
Dev. You
would
can say that
stick
about
that? Who would
anybody.
stick
You can
their
say that
neck
about
out to
Tank,
defend somebody
Dev.
like that?
But
Somebody
you
who tells you
no. But you
somebody
can
who
do that
says
with
I'll
anybody,
fight you.
secret.
Somebody who says I'll fight you at 144 catch weight. Then they say, oh no, I'll come down to 140. Come on. And then when the fight ready
so
to happen, then you say, oh
Again,
no,
you can
forget
do
that.
that with
It's
anybody, any
147 or
boxer.
nothing. You acting
But you
like
can do
you
that with
never
any
said these
boxer.
things.
But you can do that with. That's my whole point. You can do
no,
that
you
with any
can't do that with
boxer.
any boxer because some fighters got hard evidence and some don't, and some
No,
just be
no, no, no. See,
talking.
again,
We can't just
I'm talking about overall
we can't believe
lying.
every
I
fighter,
am talking
bro.
about overall
Like,
lying.
no, this ain't an issue with every fighter. Let's get
Every
that
fighter
out the
doesn't
way.
lie. Every
We
fighter
sat
doesn't
up
lie.
there, man. We sat up there. We watched Shakur take a picture of his hand and post it. We seen him in a fight and not throw both his
Look, P
hands.
honey, you
We seen
trying to
him just throw the jab.
you
Like, come
defending the
on, bro.
nonsense,
You talking
No,
P
I'm
about
Hunter.
saying
somebody
that
That's what you're
picking
all
and
doing.
fight. I'm not
choosing?
defending. I'm
Like,
not
no,
defending Ryan.
bro.
If he's lying, he's lying. It's whatever. What I'm
But
saying is,
you're saying, look, for you can't.
you can't tell me what I'm saying. I'm telling you what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
You're saying
This
because
guy's crazy.
we're holding his feet to the fire and saying, he's a liar and pointing it out. You're saying
You saying we
everybody else
picking and
is liars
choosing?
too. You're trying to get them
Like,
out of
come
it,
on,
bro.
No,
bro.
no, no. Understand? So I'm trying to put everybody in one box. That's
You
what I'm
No,
can't
they
do
saying.
not in
that.
the box with him.
You're
They
not in
not
the box
cheaters
with
and
him,
stuff.
dude.
Hold on,
They
Come
hold
not
on,
on.
man.
lying and
I'm
saying
not
one thing
again.
and then doing another all the time, bro.
No,
Come
what
on,
no,
bro.
I'm not saying everyone's cheated. I said everyone, all the boxers lie. I didn't say all boxers cheat. I said all boxers lie.
Hey
That's
No,
all.
they
man,
don't. All boxers don't lie. I don't believe that.
Name
No,
listen.
one that didn't lie.
It ain't
all
nobody. It
boxers
ain't
don't lie.
nobody.
Listen to
I don't
Porter.
believe it's nobody walking around without sin, bro. I don't believe that. So, what I'm saying? But you got levels to this. You got
Oh,
people like Ryan
there's no
Garcia who
levels to
just,
sin.
huh,
There's no levels to sin.
bro? It is levels to sin. You don't know that,
I
bro?
believe it's levels. Fuck that.
It's
I believe it's
definitely
hella.
levels
It's
to sin,
definitely
bro. Come
levels.
on,
It's
bro.
definitely
So,
levels. Fuck out
so
of here
one
with
lie
It's
that.
is more
definitely
greater than
levels
another
to
lie
sin.
when it comes to the Bible. Or you talking about the Quran?
It's definitely levels to sin,
It's
bro.
levels,
Anybody,
man. I'm
they
sorry.
got different terms for them and everything,
Fuck
bro.
that.
You got major sins, you got minor sins, but we ain't gonna get into all of that, bro.
Yeah, we're not about to get into
This
that,
ain't
man.
about religion right now, but it's
Y'all willing
definitely
to go
levels to this.
all around the world.
I'm talking about point. We don't got Shakur Stevenson faking hand injuries to get out of fights. You know what I'm saying? We got
Okay,
Ryan
so
Garcia. After every fight, he got a darn
okay.
hand injury
Okay.
or
I
mental
get what
health.
you're saying now. I get what you're saying now. You're saying that it's the type of lie.
No, I'm saying it's the chronic lying, bro. The the habitual liars and stuff, man. Come on,
Okay,
man. A liar.
all right,
It's a
Brian.
difference.
Okay, so
It
that's
just
what you
if
mean by
somebody
different
tell a
liars.
lie, you know what I'm saying? That don't mean that they a chronic liar. Now it's a difference, man. You know, you got I'm talking about what they're. I'm saying you
What they're
got
lying
Ryan
about.
Garcia. You got Ryan Garcia telling lies in the sport of boxing, you know, to try to get around different things. You know, he said 1 minute he say he'll fight Shakur at 144 catch weight. Then he say, you know what, I'll just fight you at 140. I can make 140. And then, you know, when they get ready to get into negotiations or something, he try to pretend like he never said that. He's like, no, 147 or nothing. You know, he comes in, you know, him and Devin making bets before the fight, you know, that he's going to make
We don't
weight,
even got
and
to
then
go
he come in
down
and
there,
bust
bro.
weight, bro. He bust weight
See,
when he pretending like he wasn't going to bust weight. Come on, he pretending
we
like
don't even
he was
gotta
going to make
stop
weight.
falling for that shit, man. Quit falling for that shit, man. These motherfuckers want you to go all around the world just to prove one fucking point. We done brought up the sins and 10 commandments, all kind of stupid ass shit. We here to talk about boxing, man. The man said he had a hand injury, but he's saying let's fight Conor Benn in August, bring it on, let's get it. That it shouldn't.
And
This
while
shit ain't
playing
complicated.
golf, bro, while playing golf.
This shit ain't complicated, bro.
Who was? You said Ryan was playing golf. That's right. Oh, it's whatever. Like I said, I
Man,
don't really like Ryan, so because I think he's just he's a dickhead.
yeah, we guess. I guess.
Yeah, man, I don't even know how
But
we
I know,
got
but
onto this,
frequent.
man.
You know, like I said, frequent. I kind of understand what you're saying about the whole thing now, and I kind of get what you're saying. So, all right, it's whatever with that because I can see what you're saying right now because when you just explained it, then I can see what you're saying. But I couldn't see it with. I was like, yo, a lie is a liar. So all of them tell lies, but just like, all right,
Oh, you've been getting bit up
Ryan goes a little bit
downstairs.
crazy with
That's
it,
what's
and
been
he
going on.
using it for his advantage.
Been
And I
getting
get what
bit
you're
up
saying.
downstairs.
I mean, he's deceiving people, man. You know, it's deceit at its finest, bro.
But you know what I think it is? I think they gotta talk. They can't be quiet. Ryan lies all the time. And it's like, yo, you get on Twitter, you'll say one thing, then like you said, he'll go get it. But I've seen all of them do it. That's what I say. They all do it. That's why I'm like, yo, whatever. It's they all do it.
No, they all don't do it like that, bro.
I mean,
You saying they all do it, but they don't, bro. When I say Ryan Garcia is coming out talking about he got hand injuries after all the fights, you know, and
no.
that's
They all
using
don't do
that as
that, and that's
an
what I was saying
excuse
before.
not to get a fight.
And
They
that's what I
all
was
don't
saying
do that,
before.
bro.
You
know, there's two cents didn't address nothing that was said about the Conor Benn fight. You know, this shit didn't address none of that.
There, but you took it there because that's your belief and that's what you're gonna stand on. I didn't even think like that. Because I'm not gonna get, with me, it's like, yo, if you lying, you lying. So you're saying, well, nah, he lied to make an advantage, or he lied to you for an advantage. I mean, okay, but again,
I mean, he lying. No, I'm saying he lying to get out of fights.
Okay, right, or to get out of fights. Because he cheated to get the advantage, but he lying to get out of fights. I understand all that. But like I said, him lying, I just see if you're a liar, you're a liar. And I probably shouldn't be that way because, like you said, everybody lies.
All right, so can we move on then?
Yeah, we can move on.
Yeah, man.
Like, damn.
Now, Dev should beat him in a rematch.
I mean, I don't even want to talk about that, man. You know what I'm saying? We was talking about we was moving on to other things, but I hear that was a fake tweet. So Devin ain't at Zuffa, I guess. I don't know.
But like
is it really a fake?
I never
tweet?
thought that shit was that shit ain't sound right for me from the get go.
The only way Dev shouldn't go to Zuffa, the WBO was like, yo, we ain't gonna sanction that fight.
No, I know what he's gonna do.
He can't be for the belt.
I believe Devin is waiting on that Xander Boots winner. That's it. That's what I believe. He's waiting on that Xander Boots winner.
I mean, in a perfect world, that's probably what be happening right now. I would, want Devin to fight the winner of the Boots versus Xander. But
I don't
at
see
the
it as
same
a hard
time,
fight to make.
right now. But at the same time, I don't see Devin waiting until that to get a
Yeah,
fight.
that's a long time. That's a
Yeah,
long
that's a
time
long
not to
time
get
to
a
just
fight.
be sitting around doing nothing, waiting for a fight. I feel like he need
He's
to.
waited way longer than that.
Yeah, I feel like he
He's
need to
like
get
he's
busy
waited way
though.
longer than that.
I feel like he need to get busy. Like that Rolly Romero fight not happening really, really is in the way, bro. The PBC was in the way
No,
with
not
that, man.
really.
That
No, not really.
I feel like it,
Not
man. They
really.
wasted his time, man. They
Nah, not
wasted his
really.
time, and now his mandatories is fighting each other. Their
Not
mandatories
really.
fighting each other. So
We still
I
like
mean,
in the first quarter of the year, so I mean, kind of we getting out of the
hold on.
first
What's
quarter of the year,
what's
but
the
like
cat Crocker
that's
doing?
enough
When he ain't
time.
fighting Crocker?
what you say?
Crocker, they
Why he
said he
ain't gonna
was
fight
somebody.
Crocker?
I heard he was hurt. That's what I heard. I heard he's
Yeah,
something
I
like
don't
he
know
was
what happened
injured or
with Lewis
something.
Crocker, but I know Lewis Crocker was supposed to fight. Devin was trying to get the fight with Lewis Crocker, but Eddie Hearn wasn't trying to let it happen. Eddie Hearn was trying to get Devin to sign to him. So he
Yeah,
wasn't.
that's what Eddie
And
does.
and then the other thing I heard about Lewis Crocker was that Keyshawn Davis was already in talks with Eddie Hearn about moving up to 147 and fighting Lewis Crocker. But that didn't materialize either. But I think that might have been more so on Keyshawn Davis' part. Him not really being ready to move up to 147. Because we see his next fight is at 140, and then at the same time the WBO had came out and said that he didn't put himself in the rankings or whatever for the WBO title or nothing like that at 147.
That means Bob Arum didn't want him in the rankings.
Either that or he wasn't ready to go up there. See, that's one thing I think is more so on the fighter when you're dealing with moving up in weight or moving down or whatever, the weight division that you're fighting in. I don't think that the sanctioning body really have too much. I mean, I don't think that the promoter has too much, stake in that. I think that's the fighter. The fighter is making that decision what weight class he want to fight in. So I wouldn't say it was the promoter or nothing like that. But yo, man,
But
I gotta tap out, yo. I got something that I gotta do
you ain't gotta do nothing.
at 10 o'clock. No, I really do though.
No, I'm just
My
messing
wife
with you. I'm
just
just
my
messing
wife
with
just
you.
texted me about it, like, yo, when you gonna do that?
All right, now don't
So
get chopped in your neck.
no, it ain't that type of hierarchy over here, bro. I'm still the king of this castle over here. No, but
You already told him
what
too
Just
much.
do say real quick? He said Eddie Hearn not sanctioning Lewis Crocker to Keyshawn
I
Davis. Yeah,
sacrificed him.
that could be it too. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, whatever the case is, we know that fight not happening. That was the last I heard of Lewis Crocker. I ain't hear nothing about no injury. If he really got an injury or something, that's new to me. Maybe he got an injury in training or something. I don't know. But Ryan Garcia, I was hearing that he was gonna fight Tio. He
Doesn't
been trying to
Yeah,
fight
kind of
everybody
all
except for
kind of
Devin
shit.
Haney.
but hold on, doesn't
All
Tio
kind of
isn't Tio
shit.
fighting for the IBF belt? Or
Right.
supposed to?
He is. He is. I just saw that.
Yeah, yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
he's
but
supposed to.
So
He
I
ain't
guess
no
they
I was
lying.
saying like Ryan Garcia was trying
So
to
they
fight
lying.
everybody except for Devin. You know what I'm saying? He was trying to fight everybody else. Trying to fight Shakur for a while. Then he start talking about fighting Tio, and it's just I don't know. It's
Yeah,
just a
he's
mess
not
at
a part of those damn
147 right
programs.
now.
Yeah, he's not. Yeah, Ryan is not testing. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. I don't know what the hell that WBC program, shit like that. His name ain't in no vital list. And he said, like,
Hey,
yeah, that shit ain't happening.
But it's
That's what
hey,
holding
with
the
all
fight
that,
back.
with
So
all the
fuck that.
shenanigans and stuff going on at 147, man, that's why I was saying, I didn't mind it, if Devin was going to go to Zuffa boxing, whatever, I actually think that that's, the next logical step, being as though, you got Rolly Romero and the PBC playing games or whatever with the no guarantee situation. You got Ryan Garcia playing games, talking about fighting Shakur, and we don't really know what he trying to do. He not being vocal about. If Ryan Garcia wanted the Devin Haney fight, he could push for it, but all he do is just talk trash about Devin online, and whenever say something, he make little smart remarks, he gonna end them, and yeah, this, that. He say everything except for let's fight, man. And that's really how I believe, man. That's how I feel. But yeah, salute to everybody for showing up, man. I gotta bounce up out of
You
here,
all
you
right?
know what I'm saying? Salute to everybody who came up on the panel. The one super chat that we got. Salute to 2 cents for that. Yo, y'all smash the like button on the way out, y'all. And I'll catch y'all next time.
All right.
Salute.